I've been muted. We're good. I was just muted. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a very chaotic, very special What Am I Doing in My Life episode of Kingdom Hearts, The Interstitial War, and Lair. Now, we will be joined by some guests in the hopefully near future. Everything's wild. Everything's great. And I'm so excited to do all this. It is quite the cast. And speaking of cast, before we get into sponsorships, before I roll into everything, let's go ahead and introduce everyone. And because this is a list that my cast members could not bother to remember, I'm going to call them out. We're going to start around in the circle. Go Spider-Gwen.
Hi, I am Rachel. You can find me online at Ms. Petty Dreadful, and I'm playing Spider-Gwen.
And going around to Prince.
Hey everybody, I'm Prince, also known as Dimples of Dice around the internet, and I am playing Spider-Man.
Going over to April.
Konnichiwa, I am April, and I'm playing Penny Parker.
And going over to Vin.
Hi guys, I'm Vin at VinVoxVA, and I'll be playing Peter Porker.
I'm sorry, it gets me every time. And then, of course, our good old pal, our channel over, Vesely.
Hi there, my name's Wes Franks, and for this evening I'll be playing Peter B. Parker. I was bitten by a radioactive spider. You know the rest of the story.
And, yeah, going around to our main cast, starting with Ashley.
Hey everyone, I'm Ashley or Aid. You can find me on my Twitter handle below. And I, as always, am playing Sarah Farron.
And then going to someone who had some interesting episode last week, over Lucian.
Hi, I'm Lucian, and I'm playing Kylo Ren. And Venom. We're the same person now.
Venom. And then finally, last but certainly not least, making a return from ye old Disney, from the Kingdom Hearts. She didn't go to Disney Tokyo, so she didn't get to go to the Kingdom Hearts 20th anniversary $700 a night ambassador suite. We still love her anyway. Leslie.
Hi everyone, I'm Leslie, and I will be playing San again.
And yeah, I guess that just leaves me for now. Zeke will be rejoining us hopefully next week. Should be all good and well. And our good old friend Bully might be making a surprise appearance any moment. But other than that, I'm your game master at Nolan and Nick Francia. And here I am, ready to talk about the special thing that keeps the lights on in the house, as it were. Yes, that magical time. I'm going to talk about some sponsorships really quick. You all love that, right? I know I do. First sponsorship I want to talk about is Callow. Callow Energy is a game-focused plant-based supplements company that we partner with and that I use in my daily life. Whether it's Q-Focus to help you stay focused, as per its name, while you're playing games or whatnot. Q Energy Powder in order to, if you want that more powdered form, you want to mix it with your water or any other drinks to give you that boost without that crash, like most other energy drinks will give you. Callow has that covered as well. We also have other great stuff like Q Sleep, which is going to make sure you kind of rest and have a good night's sleep when you often kind of have bouts of moving around. Be sure to use Comfort at checkout and 10% off your Callow purchases now. Follow this link in the chat in our About section to let them know that we sent you. Next up's Dice Envy. If you're ever looking to grab some dice for your coffers or some accessories to bring your game to life, go ahead and check out Dice Envy and grab a very special set. Yet again, Comfort gets you at checkout, gets you 10% off your order, handcrafted dice at a reasonable price. And they offer other things like dice trays, dice bags, and more. Get yourself a little something and give us a little back too. 1985 Games. Holy crap, we're sponsored by 1985 Games. Creators of Dungeon Craft, affordable way to upgrade campaigns from hand-drawn maps, stunning visual worlds. Unlike many terrain solutions on the market, Dungeon Craft is priced to allow any gamer to upgrade their campaign with over 1,000, count it, 1K cutout pieces without having to spend the equivalent of a Dragon's Sword, because I don't have that. Use our link in the chat or in the About section. Check them out for new battle maps, miniatures, and their new deck of stories. Oh, you won't believe this. You should get the code Comfort at checkout for 10% off. And then last but certainly not least, for the month of March, we're sponsored by HelloFresh. We're posting the code in the chat to get up to 16 free meals plus 3 surprise gifts across 6 HelloFresh boxes. Plus free shipping on your first box. Why not take advantage of it? Eat a little healthier if you want to. Or pig out. You know, you do you. I love you all the same. Okay. That's the sponsorships done. That's everything else done. That's the introductions done. Are we ready?
Take it away, Captain.
Now, where did we last leave our amazing team? You're currently flying away, right? To the coordinates.
Yeah. Yep.
Given to you by a very familiar figure. One Mr. Bill Cipher. And an invitation of Bill you can't really ignore, can you?
Nope.
Thanks to someone.
Yes. That's always how it goes, right? Sarah, would you like to quickly recount what happened last episode for the people that are the uninitiated?
Oh, well, let me tell you. I'll give you a very, very quick overview, but we had gone to Buckingham Palace to hopefully stop Radigan over in the Great Detective World, where we ran into Yzma, who was there to corrupt the heart of the world, along with her, I want to say bodyguard, but, muscle, while Radigan hoped to become, sort of the ruler of the world. Long story short, lots of fighting happened, but, actually not that much fighting. We kind of got our butts handed to us as we, got split up with Kim Possible, and after 2 character deaths, we ran away because we could not save the world. It was too late. The world filled with darkness, but we did destroy Radigan. He got what he deserved, at
I was
least.
about to say, and that's what really matters, right?
Yes, and we tried to instill some hope into Olivia. Even though, her world is gonna, fall to darkness and stuff, but,
Just a normal day.
Yeah, and then we sent Kim Possible back off to Master Strange in hopes that he would be able to help her recover some of her memories. And when we got back to the Gumby ship, we saw the message from Bill Cipher kind of written right on the side of the Gumby ship, I think, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we were heading to.
Ben, what's your mindset looking like right now?
I mean, Kylo? That's what my mindset's looking like.
Yep.
Well, he died and then came back thanks to Venom, who is literally the glue keeping him here. So he's in this place that is based kind of very much, if anybody remembers the beginning of season 1, that's very much focused on this is a war, this is the side of the war that I'm on, and I will win this war because this is the side of the war that I'm on. It's a little weird now, given that his metaphysical, for lack of a better term, his metaphysical alignment is now switched. But if anybody's read the Kingdom Hearts wiki, they understand that dark has not always been only used maliciously, and light has not always been used benevolently. So we're hoping we're good. Ben's annoyed, because he always is, but that's what I got.
And Son, you get this uneasy feeling that your team is just not right now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
everyone kind of feels shattered in their own way. Even Sarah, who usually is not.
Yeah, that absolutely makes sense. I think San kind of looks around and is like kind of like steps back and forth between her 2 feet. And she's like thinking of a way to kind of pep up the team, and she's like, we got this, guys. You know, it's gonna be okay. We've got each other.
That's true. We do have each other.
And you're gonna need each other. Especially when your gummy ship begins flying into a vast sea of darkness. The coordinates that Bill left for you leading you here. You can feel winds being buffeted against your gummy ship as you fly blindly. The darkness is thick here. The familiar smell, the feeling, the weight on your soul. Look, canonically, darkness has a smell. And
Yes, we know. We know.
It does. And I am here for that.
Lucian's
comment
very
too.
excited for darkness smell.
And speaking of Kylo, you feel more on edge than you have been in a long time. As you can feel whatever this glue, well, you remember Venom, whatever Venom is standing on like a feral animal almost.
What? Kylo.
Feel them.
Bill Cipher? Yeah,
No.
that makes sense. Can we really run into anything worse?
And as you say that, you hear a familiar voice. Hey, man. Glad you could join me in tonight's special presentation. We have a great fight night on our hands. Can good old Kylo Ben stop this world from falling into darkness? My bet's on, and you see as the poster, and everyone can see this, it's kind of floating in the gummy ship, goes, what a fat chance in heck. Can't do that. And although
You're right.
Mhm.
I probably can't, but they can.
And although you can't see him, you can feel something breathing on the back of your neck as something whispers into your ear, Kylo.
Hey.
I hope you haven't forgotten our promise.
Nope. Still haven't forgotten it. It
Cool.
weighs on me very heavily, Bill Cipher. So heavy.
Well, the good news is you're gonna be able to not have to use that promise. Isn't that great? It's gonna pay off today, and then you're not gonna have to worry about it ever again.
Excellent.
All stories have happy endings, Kylo. Especially yours. And then you feel the presence disappear as you begin to descend into a weird place. The darkness here is lit by brightly colored neon strips of light that seem to intersect at every point. Deep in the astral sea, a sort of a maze of gateways and dimensions, phasing of energy from one end to the other. It feels primordial here. San, you can even tell whatever is here is something that has existed probably before this world was even, this world line that you're in was probably even birthed.
I don't have a good feeling about this, but, you know, we got it. I think we should be, extra careful. Yeah. Like, more careful than usual. Not that we're generally careful, but we should be careful.
Sarah just, like, glances over at Kylo and says, yes, if this is somewhere that one of the Seekers is sending us, that it can't be anywhere good.
Well, and I hate that slimy triangle, so...
Is he slimy? Or do you
No,
mean,
not
like,
really.
his personality is slimy?
His personality is rotten. Yeah,
Okay.
rotten and
Yes,
slimy and putrid. Really.
I agree with that. Okay.
The sky breaks as you enter in to a city. A city that is seemingly abandoned. That looks like it has been hit after wave of apocalypse. A city that is desolate, destroyed, and a shadow of its former self. And as your ship loudly enters into the atmosphere, and it slowly begins its descent, somewhere else, there's another that looks upon them. Peter. You're standing on top of a building, and you see this emerging from the sky. How do you feel?
Well, I'm gonna be kind of honest with you, boss. I'm not feeling too jazzed about having to fight. You can see Peter's doing a couple stretches, getting his back ready. Am I by myself, or do I have my pals with me?
Oh, your pals are with you, fading into view, one after the other. Called here just for this moment.
Alright. Okay, gang. Let you know, there's the people that we're supposed to be taking care of. Old nasties on that thing, so, make it quick, make it clean, you know, do a couple of hit and run tactics. Just like we talked about, right, Miles?
Honestly, how do you get used to all this weird stuff happening?
Okay, you can say shit. You can say it. It's all right.
These rules you made up.
Just don't drop the F-bomb. That's all I ask. There's no F-bomb.
Look, I'll tell you right now. You think this is weird? Just wait, okay? One time soon you're gonna lose your powers, but it's gonna come back to you, but there's gonna be this weird little old lady that has a throne made out of webs, and she's got a bunch of spiders all over her, and she's gonna talk to you, and you're gonna come back, and you're gonna have 6 arms and 2 legs, and it's gonna be a wild time, but you're gonna learn a lot about yourself.
Peter, what are you talking about?
Oh, you know... am I the only one that's experienced, madam? That'll be something for later. No worries, it's okay.
I think Peter's making things up again.
I'm not making...
I feel like this was another weird dream. Is this another weird dream after you ate like 1 too many soft pretzels?
Okay.
Oh, you shouldn't eat the pizza before bed. That's what you told me.
We will talk
Especially
about...
not the sausage. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Spider Ham. I'm sorry.
Peter, are you gonna be okay?
You're Peter. Are you okay?
I'm Peter
There's
B.
2 Peters.
There's 2 Peter. Wait,
That's
speaking of which,
Peter P.
where's...
That's Peter P.
There's a lot of emotions right now, and we need to...
Speaking of which, where's other Peter at? Is he done scouting? Is he getting everything set up?
He's off brooding on a building again.
Oh, brooding. Nobody's better than that brooding. He's got that wind machine that just kind of follows him around all over the place.
It always rains when he's around.
Okay, so the threat.
Not good for spider circus.
Oh, yeah, okay. Hey, yeah, all right. Look, I'm just glad that the rest of you could join me. I mean, it really means a lot, all of you. Like, this group of people, I heard a lot just a couple of rumblings. Did a little bit of spider reconnaissance, and I figured out that those jabronis on that ship over there, they're the ones that caused all of this, all right?
At that moment, you could see a building kind of cracks apart and falls, which once was a hospital.
Not the puppy and kitten hospital. We have to stop this right now.
Exactly. That's a good kind of attitude that we gotta have. So, what do you say, gang? We go ahead and get some good old revenge for Spider-Verse sake, huh?
Ready to launch into Spider any moment.
Whatever, alright. You know the deal, put hands in, we'll go ahead and take care of it. And Peter's going to put his hand in.
And as you do, you could feel electricity running through all of you.
I mean, I have electricity running through me, so like.
We all have Miles. We all have
Miles, calm
electricity
down.
running through us.
Yeah.
It almost feels you might.
I always get excited in these moments.
So you might all believe it's Miles, but Miles and probably even Peter B, you notice that it feels vaguely cosmic to you.
There's magic in the air. All right. I think there's only about 3 or 4 of them. I think there's only about 3 or 4 of them, so we go ahead, we go kick some butt, and we'll be done in time to get some pizza, huh? Slices on me.
You have a spaceship, Peter. You do, like, or cosmic ship. I don't. What do you call that?
We have a spider.
You haven't gone to space before?
And he's gonna point to the giant spider mech behind her.
Fair enough.
If you want to hop on, I bet I can probably jump over to it.
I am more agile by myself.
While they're
Thank you.
having this discussion, can Gwen take a move?
Yeah.
I would love to use She Who Strikes First Wins.
Ooh.
And
Okay.
ask a what if question.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. If we all charge in at once, which is what it seems like is gonna happen. It seems like the plan is everyone just goes into the fight rather than splitting up or taking a tactical approach. What will happen if we all just go straight in?
If you all go straight in and you don't have strategy, this will end very badly for all of you.
Okay, cool.
Because
Ooh,
you have
I
been
have-
told that the power of these villains definitely are on another level.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna start like looking for places where if 1 or 2 of us go in first, others of us could like lie in wait or hide and wait till like spider sense tells us to get in, kind of thing.
Okay, go ahead and roll me plus your heart. And
Plus my heart.
so 2d6 plus
Great.
your heart stat.
Plus 2. That is an 8.
Cool. So I think with that, you're able to start getting everyone in position as you're kind of climbing through the wreckage and getting closer to where the ship is landing. And as we kind of switch the camera over, we see landing in this area is the gummy ship as it opens with a plop. And Kylo, you feel yourself surge forward for a second as if Venom is like forcing you out.
Can I real quick say something that would have happened before we landed?
Everyone's healed. If that's what you're gonna ask, everyone's
Okay,
healed.
yes.
Yeah, everyone's
I
healed
was
from
like,
last
I would
roll,
like
yes.
to heal my friend Kylo Ren. But okay, cool. Never mind.
Kylo is gonna start walking forward because he felt searched to, and he's like, I don't know what Venom's doing. He's
You should
on
be careful.
edge. I'm trying to
Sarah.
be.
Heal them.
Ooh.
We're right behind you, Kylo. It's okay. We got this.
I don't know who Peter Parker is.
And
Peter Parker.
You can feel the venom, like goo begin to spread across your arms slowly.
He lifts his arm. He's like, I don't know who Peter Parker is. Do any of you know who Peter Parker is? Because Venom is losing his mind.
I don't know any Peter Parkers.
No, definitely not.
Peter, did you
How-
wanna...
So I kind of want to utilize a move here, but it's kind of like a flashback, but also kind of the same time happening here forward at the same time. So we kind of see like everybody like from their perspectives, all the different spider gang kind of moving, getting in position, but first you see somebody just wave their hands out wearing a red and blue suit. Just go, I'm Peter Parker!
Penny, you were gonna ask something?
So I have this move that says when you start a mission for fusion dance.
Yes, go ahead and roll that, please.
I don't. Okay, so it's
So you're gonna
2d6
roll...
plus my mastery.
Yes.
I would like to fusion dance as I run towards Spider and about to hop in. That's a 10.
Boom, you're in perfect sync. You land into the spy slash Dur robot as you come in, and it's like the whole like anime transformation. All systems online. It means the boop, 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 boop.
Okay, we're ready to go.
And then you just are just flying through the air.
Cool. We're in Spider.
Are you gonna be next to Peter when he shows up and says, I'm Peter Parker? Or are you like...
I want to be, as soon as Peter does that, I'm gonna be, you should never tell them who you are! And I'm gonna launch over Peter to be like trying to make a punch attack. Or attack. Because it's Venom. We heard them say Venom, and Venom is the bane of my existence.
So I feel like I'm gonna get to everyone else in a second, because I feel like this is what happens. So San, Sarah, Kylo, you see Peter go, hey, I'm Peter Parker. And at that moment, Kylo, Venom surges forward with you and goes,
Him. We have to kill him.
and at that moment, you see this robot do this huge, like, leap over one of the buildings you haven't seen and go to strike. Both of you roll me... Are you looking to subdue them, Penny? Or are you looking just to cause straight damage?
I think Penny is just coming in initially to just cause straight damage and separate their party.
Cool. Both of you roll 2d6 plus your dark stat, please.
I don't know if this matters because I don't know how this move is supposed to work, but I have the move, the dark makes me stronger. When attacking or performing a feat of strength, I count as a small gang and can do more than a normal person.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a 7 for my dark roll.
I also rolled a 7, but it says in Spider I have enhanced strength.
So what ends up kind of happening is that you clash Kylo, and where you would normally probably be able to overcome people of equal strength than you, Spider is strong. This robot, whatever this is, launching at you, you both do that anime, like, repel back as you both kind of skid across the ground, being just debris.
To do that, like, video fade, and you see Penny inside just screaming, holding on to the, like, controls.
Oh, can we actually see inside the spider? I'm actually...
No,
I haven't
you
actually,
cannot.
Okay. Because if you're a
It's
child...
just a giant metal spider.
Oh my god,
That's
amazing. Okay.
red and blue.
Mm-hmm. With a huge
Perfect.
cockpit. It's like the
Yeah.
same. It's
It does have an LCD screen with eyes, like the pixel eyes, and right now it's making an anger face. So it's like the little half moon and like 2 angry eyebrows.
I love it. Okay.
When that happens, Peter's going to lean back a little bit in a spider pose. He's going to look over at Miles and Gwen and Peter. And he's going to say, okay, you three, we're going to split up, do a prong attack on them, all right? Keep your eyes out for a goober. If they pull a goober and they try to use it as like a weapon, make sure you get the goober out of their hands, all right?
What is it with you and goobers?
Everybody has a goober, especially if they're not like us and they got a goober, okay? These people, they definitely have goobers. Look at them.
I thought he had a peanut allergy.
Peter,
I
stop
have an
going
OP
over
pen if anyone
position.
needs it!
All right, you got this. Remember, kid, it's a leap of faith. And Peter's gonna go and just dive off and then start swinging. over and gonna try to flank around.
Awesome. So the other remaining spider forces are flanking. San and Sarah, how do you react to this? Because you only see Peter
Miles
B.
goes invisible, by the way.
That's what I imagine. I imagine that they don't see Spider Ham, Spider Gwen, or Miles yet. They just see Spider B or Peter B and Penny. San and Sarah, what are you doing right now?
So I think Sarah, she sees Kylo kind of surging forward and then sees that whole clash. I think she says, Ben, you need to get Venom under control. And let's see, can I
Don't forget about I have a plan.
I know. So you said that they kind of like clashed and then like bounced off each other, like anime style? Okay. Did Ben did Kylo like skid back towards us?
Oh yeah, and you can see he's like halfway covered by Venom right now. Who's like slowly revealing the symbol.
Who's like, going kind of Venom-y. Okay. Cool. So I think Sarah's going to try to cast magic in order to like form like a wall between us and where Peter B was, like in front of them,
trying to separate the battlefield.
Yeah, we'll just like try to like figure out what's going on and like separate us from the people who are just attacking us.
San?
I think San looks at Sarah and nods and says, "This doesn't seem great. We should not be attacking immediately. This is not the best situation because we are being ambushed. Retreat might be a good option."
And as you say that, San, you feel like your outfit begin to shimmer as you form a new set of clothing.
What is this?
Alpha snoring from the cockpit, from the gummy ship.
Don't look at me. Also, if we risk the damn gummy ship, I'm gonna be mad.
Risk? I don't think they want the ship.
Yeah, but if they want us, they're gonna break into the ship.
Can't you, like...
I could fix it, but I'm gonna destroy it.
Can't you get Venom under control so you're not just
trying?
Control. They're going to kill us.
He's saying they're gonna kill us.
Why would they kill us?
Because I have constantly fought them against every universe. This is our mortal bane.
I think he makes this small little furrowed brow that turns into a frown, and he pinches the brow of his face, and he's just like, "So you know how we got summoned and how the Seeker summoned. I'm not gonna explain that all to you. But what if I told you that Venom is the bad guy of this world?"
Well, that would make sense about why they want to kill us when they heard the word Venom.
Better, Gwen, you've had enough time to kind of get around everyone. What would you like to
do? Okay, yeah. Can I see... First question is, what outfit is San wearing? Because I had a guess. And I feel like maybe Gwen would notice that.
Oh, it looks very similar.
Yeah, can I, like, yoink?
Oh, yeah.
Her?
So, I'm getting everyone's actions queued up, and then we'll go ahead and we'll resolve them. So you're gonna go for the... You're just gonna pull San into the...
Just say yoink.
Yeah, into the 1v1. Miles.
I see that Sarah is protecting them with the wall, so I'm trying to get behind and just give Sarah a zap to, bring the wall down.
And Spider-Ham. Peter Porker, what are you doing?
Can't be good people. Venom.
We're gonna survey the battlefield for a bit. Just do a little watch. Come in with clutch. So nothing right now.
You're just gonna examine everything. Good old, a little bit of fun. Go ahead and roll me 2D. Oh, so,
yeah, find a brooding cliff.
Spider-Ham, as you're overlaying the battlefield, please roll me a 2d6 plus mastery. Sarah, roll me cast magic. Gwen, roll me your 2d6 plus light, and Miles, roll me 2d6 plus dark.
That is a
That's an 8.
7.
And I'm gonna make sure I'm using I don't want to fight you. Because I'm striking to subdue.
Okay, then you roll. Then you're doing light then.
Okay. Well, that is a 12.
And then Sarah, what did you roll?
I spent not a string.
A lock.
That's a different game. I spent a link to roll with advantage. And I rolled 3/4, so that's a 10.
Awesome. So we'll resolve it by you. So you cast the. I'm guessing you're picking. The goes off without a hitch.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's do a semi-permanent condition, because that's fine. Let's do no unintended consequences, and let's be bombastic about it, whatever that looks like.
Yeah, you do the bombastic. So everything kind of goes off. Well, you cast the spell as the huge kind of wall forms around you, blocking Peter, Peter B, and Penny, dividing the battlefield from the two of you. But at that moment, as it's about to cover the kind of encase you behind you in the gummy ship, kind of protecting you in this wide dome, Thon, you feel yourself get yoinked.
You hear someone say, one of us is going to have to change, and then you get...
Just take out right as the barrier comes down, dividing you from the rest of your team.
Yeah, she definitely lets out like a yelp. And she probably like tumbles backwards because I know she's not falling gracefully. She falls backwards.
Miles, what are you? What did you roll again? You said 12.
Yep, 12.
Yes, you're rolling to subdue.
Yeah.
So choose 2 from the strike to subdue list. So are you going to take something from them, force a change of location, or de-escalate the situation? Choose 2.
Was she using anything to cast this wall up? Was there any item?
No, she does have an item on her. Is it in bow form? Is Mog in bow form or Keyblade form right now?
Probably bow form is like the
default.
like base, like default.
Here's a bow.
Yeah, I'll take that. Just, I don't want to even want to keep it. I just want to web it and then just like throw it away, sort of
So
thing.
trying to de-escalate it is what you're.
Yeah.
Cool. As you yoink the bow, it seems to scream at you as you're Koopa, and it gets tossed behind you.
And I'm like, why are you protecting Venom?
So we hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
As Miles comes
Okay,
out of
great.
like stealth.
Oh, do I take any harm? I guess.
You do take 1 harm.
Okay, cool. That's what I thought. Cool. So, Sarah will just reply, it's less about protecting Venom and more about protecting our friend Ben.
And you should help us separate them.
What? Well, one just got yanked away.
Sarah.
Okay. And he's gonna look at Sarah and he's gonna go, I'm sorry. And he's gonna like grab Sarah.
And as he does, you feel something shoot up your arm, Sarah, and attach yourself.
No!
As you hear a voice coming in.
Good.
Hate that.
You can hear me
Hate that.
now.
Hate that. I hate it.
As Kylo, are you gonna let Venom does as he please? As he wants to enter full combat mode on you.
Like he wants to take over my body?
Not take over. He wants to encase you fully, like put you into like Venom mode.
They're talking about defeating you. Do you think me turning into you is gonna help? And I think he's like trying to. I think he like pulls his arm back. And he's kind of like
We
shaking because he's like,
already
"You can't
know.
just enter people without asking."
Kylo, please, if they take me, you. I'm the glue what's keeping you together. Trust me.
Peter is going to land beside beside Penny, and it's gonna like knock on the robot to kind of let her know that he's there. And he's gonna do a spider move, and then he's gonna kind of stand. He's gonna go, "All right, goopy guy, go ahead and let whoever you've got possessed under there, okay? Is it Brock this time? Do we got Flash? What version of you are you? Okay, come on, give me a little bit of a surprise." And I'm going to start trying to find a manhole cover, if I can.
Oh yeah, I feel like you could find one as like your setup. Kylo, as you listen to this, and Sarah, San's off somewhere right now, about to get a surprise of her life. But even through all that voice, something sounds a little familiar. But
Like Envy familiar?
No, not like Envy familiar.
Okay. Like
Something
Bill
about
Cipher
what?
familiar?
About, yeah.
As,
Something about Peter's voice? Or
yeah, something about
Venom's
Peter's voice.
Okay.
It just,
Okay.
it almost like, it just twangs you like, I've met this
I
person
see what
before.
you're saying. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, Penny, go. What would you like to do?
As soon as Peter starts like doing spider poses, Spider will start mimicking Peter's poses, like right behind him to make it look cool. And as soon as Peter's Spider's totally hype manning, and when Peter goes to find a manhole cover, you're gonna hear, "Do not be alarmed. We are here to help. Do not be alarmed. We are here to help." As Spider is going to shoot a net out at Kylo Venom to try to subdue Venom.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to use the manhole cover to separate the Venom attachment between Sarah and Kylo.
Cool. Before we get to that, we're going to go quickly to Spider-Ham, and also we're going to resolve Gwen's move. Spider-Ham, Peter Porker, you rolled a 7? Ben?
An 8.
An 8. Awesome. Okay, cool. So, you can ask me one question about the situation as you're scouting everything, and I will answer it truthfully.
Let me think. Are we in any real danger?
Yes. Because that one of them definitely wants to fight you. One of them has bloodlust in their eyes. Oh, you come in a little choppy. Can you repeat that, please?
Oh, it's kind of less.
Yeah, it's like radiant light. You could tell, you know, when you like see something that you've had like this almost like this shared kind of like history and trauma with, because you know Peter Porker's got a little more sense of the universe than most people, so it definitely feels like you're like, okay, that's one of my enemies right there.
Got that.
And kind of switching the scene, Gwen. Spider-Man, you pulse on. What are you immediately doing? As like, are you trying to lock up with her? Are you immediately going defensive?
I think very defensive, but they weren't like talking quietly or stealth, right?
Oh no.
Okay, so yeah, so I'm like, hey, your friend with Venom, they're in trouble. So, but like very ready to accept a fight. But San did say like, do we have to fight them? So I'm like sort of trying to be like, hey, I'm not your enemy, I'm Venom's enemy.
Yeah, I think San will like kind of scramble up and like kind of like look at Gwen and be like, "What?
Another universe.
Another universe."
That's where we are now.
Another
I'm assuming you're not from
okay.
here?
I don't think I'm supposed to tell you, but no, I'm not from here.
Yeah, okay,
I'm just
that's
more
fine.
confused
None
why
of
we're
us
dressed alike now, but
that
I'm
happens.
assuming
A lot
Alpha
of
did
us,
something.
different universes, and I'm like pointing at like how the spider people are. I think Gwen doesn't understand, but kind of just assumes this is another version of herself in Spider-Verse style. My name's Gwen Stacy. I was bit by a radioactive spider. Any of this ringing any bells?
No, not at all.
Okay, that's new.
Oh. You know, maybe I was bit by a radioactive
You would know.
dog. She like looks and she's like, uh-oh. And she's like, never mind, venom. Okay. You guys don't like venom.
No.
I
Just-
get that. We also super don't like venom.
Great.
But it's more of like a sad cohabitance kind of thing.
What?
Like, sometimes things don't work out great, and then you have to like make a
Sometimes an
partnership
evil
with someone.
alien symbiote takes over, and you sort of have to stop that from happening.
Yeah, but then also like sometimes your friend is gonna like die if they don't have the alien symbiote. Or we think
Okay.
they'll die? I guess we don't super know.
Did Venom say that they would die?
It's talking shit. I can feel it.
Why
I
do you
think
care?
Venom and Ben have both said they would die. Like, I know Ben went through a lot to end up with Venom and trapped in him. It's kind of like a weird residual heart thing. I used to have a residual heart. Sometimes things happen, you coexist with another person. No, that doesn't happen.
No, that's sort of. It's weird. I'm okay
Different
with
universe
weird.
then, huh?
Yeah,
that's a different
another
thing.
universe.
Absolutely.
Okay. So you don't like Venom. We don't like Venom. Maybe we try to solve this problem.
Right. I think we should solve the problem without murder. I think murder should not be the first option we go to.
Who's gonna murder?
Yeah, I don't usually murder people.
Oh, I just assumed you murdered. That's
No.
my bad.
As we cut to Peter B. Parker throwing a manhole cover, please roll for you just kind of you just kind of throw the manhole. Who are you aiming for?
I was aiming in between to try to cut the connection between Kylo and Sarah. Because that venom attachment was going on.
Mm-hmm. Well, I
don't want any more people to get symbioted.
As the kind of you both dodge back as the manhole just embeds itself into the crack of into the street, separating you. Sarah, you can still hear venom in your head.
This is only temporary. This is only temporary.
Yeah, you probably don't want to have that guy get on you. I've seen him eat a lot of people, and it's not good. It's not a good thing at all. So maybe, okay, you can go ahead and just give him to us, put him in a jar or something, and we'll let you leave. Understand? If not, I'm gonna have to thwip you a couple of times and beat you up really badly.
Kylo, open your mouth.
Why?
Do it.
He opens his mouth.
Hey, Peter.
And you can hear venom.
It's off.
Come on, man.
Penny,
You
roll
really
want
to keep that thing around as a friend?
I die if he goes away.
So you're a zombie. Wait, which
You heard it
universe
here
did you come
first.
from? They're zombies.
When did we get zombies?
It's probably a zombie spider universe. All right,
No
gang.
one's getting puppeted by venom.
Probably from the Halloween special.
Dead.
It'd be really nice if we could have Peter show up and help us. And Peter B is going. I'm going to flip a mailbox, flip a light post, and I'm going to start pulling myself back to get ready to slingshot myself
All
at
right,
Kylo.
really quick. I do want to see Penny. What did you get?
Oh, what was I supposed to roll?
2d6 plus light. I'm sorry.
Okay, where's my light?
Speaking of which, a voice emerges from the shadow. Where are they in this battlefield?
Someone has been waiting in the shadows for the most dramatic time to step in. And then they got distracted, thinking about all the sadness just to feel something. But now they're paying attention again. People need him. These kids aren't focused. And there's only one thing I love punching more than Nazis, and that's punching venom. It's time.
As a black-suited Spidey with a trench coat and a matching hat steps out of the shadows. Really quick, Penny, what did you roll? Final result?
9.
9. Okay. You can ensnare one of them, but not both of them.
I'm going for Kylo.
Okay.
the one with the main wallet, Venom symbiote.
Sarah, what are you doing as you see Kylo just get bombarded by this net that pins him to the ground?
Well, first things first, as soon as she like hears Venom in her head, she does that like creepy crawly get it off me sort of like moment. She's not a fan. And then Peter had been like, oh, we need to like get the Venom, not your friend, but like if like your friend, blah blah blah. And then Ben is like, I'll die if Venom is out of me. So I think Sarah is gonna say, Ben, do you know for sure if you'll die? Is there any way that you can get Venom to calm down?
And Miles is also like just looking right at you too. Like he's right.
Yeah,
next
that's fine. I mean, Sarah's not trying to fight. She's trying to de-escalate the
If
situation.
Miles sees like Venom parts on you and you're like rubbing yourself trying to get off, Miles is just like, just stop moving around. I'll pull them off.
No,
Yeah.
no, stop.
I know you're
Sorry.
asking Ben a question while he's being pinned to the ground in a net. So he's really just thrashing about the net, and he's like, I don't know what to tell you. I can't keep dying as he's trying to come out. He's like, look, when Envy killed me the first time, it shattered my stage of awakening. Then Venom glued it together, and then the damn cat killed me as he's trying to like get out of the net. And Venom is literally the glue holding my soul together. I am no bad word, darkness.
You're getting angry. Roll me 2d6
Yeah, he is
plus
getting
dark.
angry.
Oh no.
And that was all obviously said out loud, right?
Yeah.
Why would
Okay,
I be?
cool.
Why would I
Everyone
be
can do
not out loud?
I was just
Into my
letting
inner
everyone
monologue.
know that they
yeah,
could
it's a
hear
9.
that.
It's a 9. It is very loud. He's yelling it.
And you can see Venom is basically fully encompassing Kylo right now, turning into the soup, but it's still Kylo's voice coming out. As Penny, you could see this. He's beginning to break out of the net, slowly but surely.
That thing's
Can I
totally
say
gonna
something
eat
to
all of you.
Yeah.
Venom, you need to. And she like goes on this like, I don't have a good mom rant in store, but just like, you need to calm down. If you don't, you're gonna get us all killed.
Wait, no one's going to kill anyone. What is this about killing?
Because Ben said if you kill Venom, then he'll die too.
Why would we don't want to kill anyone. Who gave you this idea?
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do to Venom?
Spider-Nor, what are you doing?
He has been dramatically posed, wind blowing his trench coat, just waiting for anyone to notice him or pay attention to him, realizing it's not happening. Probably posted up, has been keeping an eye on Venom, of course, over anyone. And clearly these people don't know how this works, so he's going to have to make his own entrance. Bet you're wondering how I got here. Wind blew me in. What's that? Yeah, that wind smells different. Smells like justice in a gin Ricky in a smoke-filled corner, waiting for a grime-covered train. But you missed it. You're smoking a cigarette, letting it burn to your lips reminds you of the danger in the red dress that bit your lip and broke your heart. Now listen here, you terrestrial terror. Unhand that barrel-chested boy and catch these hands instead. And while they're discussing and figuring out what to do, I could feel the evil on that. It's time for justice. He's going in.
You're
Gonna interrupt the talking with some blows.
Roll me 2d6 plus dark then, yeah, as you're going in to fight. Spider-Ham, what are you doing? Are you joining the fight, or are you still trying to get a hold of what the hell's going on here?
Yeah, I'm figuring out the latter while trying not to die out of character. Fuck you, bully. Oh, sorry.
Oh, there it is. It's okay. That's our one. That's our one.
I told you guys Spider-Ham should get it.
It wasn't me.
Spider-Ham did it.
It was
We
just
all
Ben.
knew it was gonna be Spider-Ham.
Let Spider-Ham say
I got a 9.
So casual. I'm so sorry.
So you're just gonna strode over as this pig in a Spider-Man outfit, like maybe like what, like 3 feet tall, walks over.
I mean, that was like, yeah.
Yeah, like about that. Do you have your mallet out, or are you just chilling?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Chill.
Just chilling. Okay. As Spider Noir just comes in and just delivers, Kylo, you're gonna take 1 harm.
I'm gonna use a drive form thing here. 'Cause
Oh.
when I strike with intent, I'm gonna choose from both move options instead of only one.
Okay, what are you picking then?
What are my options here?
So, looking at the reference sheet, so you can either, you got 7, so you can choose 1. You can either make sure you defend yourself. You can deal extra damage. You can take control of the situation. You could take something from them. You could force a change of location. Or you can de-escalate the situation.
No, we're gonna do our harm, and then we're gonna take control of the situation.
So, I imagine you just come in, because Kylo's still on the ground, and just deliver a nice swift kick.
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of pin him down with your foot. Just standing very triumphantly over him as like the wind just blows through.
Does that strikes a pose? Yes, absolutely.
I'm assuming everyone's just coming back in, right? Like into the
same... trying to pin them closer, get everybody in together. Yeah.
Yeah. Spider has like the net pinned down with all the legs, and Penny's like crawling out with a jar, trying to like catch pieces of venom.
Kylo, please. Don't let me.
San, are you rejoining as well?
I guess if that's what, or Gwen and San still talking.
Are we still having an aside?
Yeah, I mean you're just standing on the aside, yeah, but you're seeing all this happening. Like the fighting's kind of stopped. Not much of a battle royale, as it were.
I'm fixing that.
Oh boy.
No, we are fixing that.
Look,
So-
conflict averse.
Venom, get in the jar!
No, we don't want. I think if San hears that, San's like, wait, we don't want venom in a jar. San comes over, is like, no venom in the jar.
No. We don't want venom in a jar at all. No, we don't
No.
want venom in a jar at all. We want to destroy
want
them.
him in something
No,
more...
we don't want to destroy venom either. Destroying venom will kill our friend Ben.
We need like a cartoon-sized safe.
Why are we put?
You hear in your head.
No venom in a jar.
hate it.
We understand you don't like venom.
Tap Saul
We
on
don't
the
also
shoulder.
like venom. I'm gonna be real. I also
No.
don't like venom.
I have something to show you three.
Venom
Look,
kills so many
please.
people.
it's killed so many people, and you know what? By
Us in the universe.
association, you've all killed a bunch of people too.
That's rude. We have not
Peter,
killed a
I
bunch of
don't
people.
know if that's
You're-
exactly
Yeah, I
how
don't think
that
That's
works.
today.
That
Is
is
any
exactly
of your
right.
names
Look,
Gwen
this
Stacy-
situation is very clearly black and white. You're either with us or against us. Which is it?
I'm with Peter on this one, all right? Look around you. Look at how everything looks. It looks awful. It's turned upside down.
We
It's been
can't-
destroyed.
Just kill people indiscriminately.
We're
Right,
not
but-
killing people. We're taking them off
Destroying
the game
Venom.
board. We're
That
destroying
sounds
Venom.
like that sounds like murder. When you say taking off the game board, that definitely sounds like murder. You know
Well,
that?
you would
right?
say that because you've been tainted by Venom.
Which
all
one
right?
of you is the Seeker of Darkness? I think
Yeah,
that
which
just
one of you
says
is the
from being
bad guy?
pinned.
It's like,
I
oh,
think
yeah.
we all mistake is a breath.
I've been called a secret of
What?
darkness. I've been called a lot worse too.
I don't
I knew that was
think
gonna
we're
backfire
talking about
on
the
me.
same thing. I'm gonna
mean,
be real.
Yeah, you're right.
'Cause
You've
I
been
was
too
just
much
talking with
talking. You're
the
getting
other
punched
person-
next, kid.
I mean, also, would I be a bad guy if I was dressed like this?
You'd be
See?
surprised how
excellent
many
point.
times we look,
Yes.
or one of them looks like them, but is actually a bad guy.
I can't
I'll have
imagine
you
that all of
know,
our
somebody
universal
took my
versions-
body.
Yeah, he's been possessed like 6 times. At one point, he wasn't in his body. He was in a different body.
It's true.
And Norman was in that body, and it was really weird.
That
That's-
didn't. Wow.
Swap bodies with the old man. So right now,
These
you're all
things
prime
happens in your
suspects.
universes, huh?
Yes.
Look,
hmm
all I know
But every 3 or 4 years, everything gets rebooted and things get confusing.
Yeah, there's another universe where my dad is like the biggest bad guy ever, and I had to kind of kick his ass, and it was really not cool.
There's the universe where I died in a pretty upsetting way.
Oh,
we
sorry
should
to
probably
hear
be
that.
better, though. We should introduce ourselves. I'm Penny Parker.
You guys get
Miles?
a flash really quick. Just slow to the introduction. As soon as he says I'm Penny Parker, Sarah and Kylo, you get a flash from Venom of a little bit of Anchor, and you get the memory of a robot, like first person, like you're seeing it through Venom's eyes, just beating you into the ground brutally.
Wait, we're first person from Venom's perspective or
Yes.
from Penny's? Okay.
Venom's perspective. And then Miles says I'm Miles. And you get the same, another one where you feel from Venom's perspective as Miles throws you and like kind of paralyzes you with the Venom strike. Venom strike on Venom. Anyone else introduce themselves?
I already introduced myself to San, so I'm leaving it at that.
You get a comedic one of Spider-Ham just knocking you across the head with a mallet.
Well, I'm San.
Spider-Son, all right?
No, not bit by a spider.
Oh,
How
not bit
did
by a
you-
spider.
Oh,
Bit by
I
a
was bit by a
spider.
radioactive spider.
My name is Peter Parker. I was bit by a radioactive spider. My universe is 1933, and I'm a
Were you
private
all
eye.
bit by spiders?
I like to drink egg creams and I like to fight Nazis. Now, which one of you is the Nazi here?
What's
Actually, I
What's
was
a Nazi?
Well, to be honest, looking at Kylo Ren, if you want to be...
Peter B is gonna lean over. Peter B is gonna lean over and is going to pat Peter Noir on the back and say, "Stay frosty, guy. I don't trust any of them. They could all be secret Nazis."
I still don't.
Peter,
The only people who don't know what Nazis are
Nazi is?
Nazis themselves. Wait, that doesn't make sense. I'm confused, and it's been a long time since we've doled out justice
have you
here.
been
I don't
hitting him
understand
with
why
the
we're waiting.
hammer over and over again? And like,
Where
they got
is his
some-
Rubik's Cube? Someone get him his cube. He's
Son.
much calmer when he has his cube.
You can notice darkness is starting to spread around the area. Like, it is becoming infected with the Heartless.
We are
That's not good.
going to have a situation very soon.
We've
can
already
see
had
the
a situation.
yeah worse than what's happening right now. I see the darkness encroaching on this area. It's pretty
Let
bad.
me
I don't,
out.
Wait, you
don't
brought it
want
here?
this. We didn't bring
Let's
it here.
go.
Hang on, there's darkness encroaching in this area.
Oh,
What is
you're
this?
so-
My heart?
if Venom's still talking, I hear "let me out." It's just a thwip webbing over the mouth sort of thing. So seriously, that one's going to die if Venom is disconnected from it, right?
Yes.
That's Joel
And
telling
you
us.
know about this? And I'll gesture to the encroaching darkness.
Yeah, we hate that.
Yeah. That's
So-
yeah. This is not good.
you. So if Venom is the only thing keeping it on, you realize there's an alien infesting your friend's body that is using it like a puppet right now.
Spite.
That
Yeah.
looks dark. That looks like the rest of the darkness that's infecting it. Thus, look, I'm a bit of a scientist myself, and it seems if you put A plus B, it equals C, and you're looking like C to me, alright?
You can't add letters. That doesn't make sense.
It's called...
Anyway.
Every rivalry. I have helped you at every pass. Just trust me.
Your science is
Wait.
Trying to
pizza,
get us
Peter.
out.
Anyway, the
Has anyone
Venom
here
room's
actually
so
tried to remove the venom from this boy?
No.
No, because we don't want to kill our friend.
Go for it.
So, what
you
if
know
we
it'll kill him.
try?
Is that just what Venom told you?
No,
Can-
Ben
can I
has
try-
also said that it will kill him.
But
But
does
where did
Ben
Ben
know
get that
because
information?
Of science or because of Venom?
We have to try to
Because-
save him. But first, we have to administer
I-
some
wait.
anesthesia. I'm
Wait,
just gonna
did
go
you
for
say-
another stomp. We gotta knock this guy out.
Hold on, everyone.
explain,
Did
sir.
you say? Did you say Ben?
Oh, we gotta.
Yeah,
The
Ben.
Martha
Our friend
moment.
Ben.
How do
We
you know
have
that
to say
name?
Ben.
That's his name. And she points at the venom pile.
Oh no. You could rip it
That
up.
was the name of.
My uncle.
Your uncle.
Your uncle.
Miles is like, I don't have a Ben. I don't care.
They ain't my people.
we all kind of had an Uncle Ben, all right? It was Ben for me.
It was,
It
the
was
father
you
for
for me.
Oh, God. Oh, wait, we've already gone over that.
Ben's like, my middle name is Aaron, and Miles like, okay, wait a minute.
Okay, look.
We can't
Is
let
that
Ben
kid's
die
name Ben
again.
Parker?
No. No.
No?
But- No, his name's not Ben Parker. We need to get away from the darkness now, or we're gonna be smothered.
Speaking of smothering, Noir, you look like you got something on you there, pal.
And as that happens, Noir, you feel something quickly spread across you.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say whenever I didn't stop to try to kick him after I did my anesthesia line. So I imagine I just went for the boot. Instead, got a boot full of venom that's now moving up me.
Oh, you think for a second it's venom, but the color isn't right. As red begins to spread across, starting at your kind of lower back, covering the majority of your body, as you feel something start to claw itself into your very being.
And it's red?
And it's red.
Do
Is it
any of
just
us
me or is
recognize
he
it as
Getting
Carrion?
colorful.
Oh, a
no.
few of you might. I think Miles...
Do I recognize it?
I'm not... you know what? I think everyone would, because I feel like everyone recognizes
Spider
I think
sense is
everyone has
tingling.
fought. Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's our spider sense going off
Yeah,
right
the spider
now.
sense is going out. As Noir, you just feel the urge to start legit just brutalizing people. You want to hurt... If Venom doesn't want to get off this boy, you'll make him.
Last time I ran onto something that's slithering red, she left me broken-hearted in Brooklyn. It's time to get even with the world. Who's closest to me?
Ben, Sarah. If you really wanted to, you could hit San. But Ben is probably... or Kylo's probably the closest, then Sarah.
It's like under you.
Do I feel like attacking him now still?
Oh, you feel like attacking everyone.
Wait, so I got Ben. Who's else?
You got Sarah. If you wanted to attack your own allies, Miles and Penny are the
We're
closest.
swinging at Sarah.
Okay. Roll 2d6 plus dark.
Let's start.
I've done nothing wrong.
That is
Oh,
another
I'm
nine.
muted. Can I root to interfere?
I was gonna say, yeah, can I interfere? That's why I was raising my hand. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no interference.
Oh, God.
Well, you know what? I can't argue with that, I guess. If
Actually, I would like to argue. I have a move called the oldest. One session linked to the
Yep.
specifically. Actually, we've been there the whole time.
who would you like to switch with? Sarah?
What is there?
Okay, what do you roll, Spider Noir? $2d6 plus your dark.
Oh, 9, sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. And you're just trying to deal as much damage as possible. As
If we're carnaged out, absolutely, yeah.
oh yeah, as
Just
you
give me
throw your
damage.
punch, you feel the red form around you in like claws. As you aim for Sarah, and all of a sudden you hit Spider Ham. You're gonna take 2 harm actually, as you are struck and you are set back. As like Sarah's form just like poofs up, like kind of like that old trick, like the substitution jutsu from Naruto, except it's just Spider Ham. And Sarah, you don't know when it happened, but you're now
Yeah,
standing
she looks
away
very
from the crowd.
confused. Oh, well, you guys can't see, but she looks very confused.
When this happens, I would like to use Hold a Grudge. When someone you care about betrays you, I mean, immediately acquire or change them to a Dark Link without rolling.
Are you changing Spider Ham to a Dark Link?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Spider Ham, it's not even Christmas, but you're about to be cooked.
And Spider-Man starts advancing on Spider-Ham. What are the starting at,
I'm stepping in. What is
so,
happening?
I'm gonna,
here?
you know what? Just to control this a little bit better, we're gonna roll. We're gonna have a little bit of we're gonna form an initiative order. Just everyone roll me 2d6, no bonuses, and tell me what you got.
7.
How does
Oh.
Peter see out of these things?
I
had to take the mask off.
All I could see
I
is
was too
justice.
blind.
8.
5.
5.
I also got 7.
4.
Lots of fives in the
Peter
spider
beat-
camp.
Okay, so Gwen got 5. Penny got 5. Miles got 5. Would you get Ham?
Is that
4.
4.
Oh boy.
4.
Oh no. Kylo?
10.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for
Yeah,
you.
Good for
son.
me. Good
Good
for me,
job.
That
son.
means Venom's also gonna get 10. In case anything happens to him. Sarah, what'd you get?
I got a 6.
Amazing. Okay, so just to control a little bit of chaos, a little bit. All right. There's Kylo. What will you do? You just see this all go down.
I would like. Ooh, this is spicy. I would like to first get up. Have I been working enough?
Oh yeah, you especially if you're giving into your rage a bit, your muscles begin to bloat up to like those venom sizes,
Okay.
and you break out of the Penny spider net.
Ooh. Do I want to be? How spicy do I want to be?
Not too spicy. We were very spicy last episode.
You get let the spice continue.
Okay,
We
okay.
got
What I think
7
I'm
to
gonna
8
do is
episodes.
Spice,
I'm gonna
spice, flow.
stand. I'm gonna stand, and I'm gonna. Maybe I just watch Carnage Noir, try to attack, Sarah, and I would like to actually roll a convince somebody. And my convince somebody, because I know what lies in your heart. When I roll to convince somebody, I can roll with dark instead. And I'm going to look at him, because right now he's now the biggest threat on this playing field. Everybody's like, "What's happening? What's going on?" He's like, "Wah!"
I've always been my own
so-
biggest threat.
He is going to go,
God damn.
"You're not gonna fight her. You're gonna fight me." As he lights his lightsaber and takes an aggressive pose. So I'm gonna roll to try to convince him to fight me rather than going after other people.
Oh.
While y'all try to figure out a plan.
I thought they only have
Alright.
those in movies.
Am I okay to roll that?
Yeah, go ahead and roll. Yeah, that's great.
I'm gonna really rely on this 3-stage fight here, you guys. That's a 9 plus 2 is 11. I don't know if
Alright.
they count as
They're
a
PCs.
NPCs or PCs. Okay.
So
On a
Noir,
hey.
you feel very compelled to do that. You can refuse, but you're gonna lose some power if you refuse to fight Kylo. And if you do it, you're gonna gain some more power.
Got it.
When we get around, just remember that.
Are you finally ready to start trusting me?
Yeah, I'm
Something's-
trying.
Something's not right here.
Yeah, I know. We're still fighting a war of light and dark that somehow plays into it.
Spider punks
I don't think they know as much as you think they know.
don't understand. In my world, they kill me every single time.
Well, I don't plan on dying, so you're not gonna die.
Peter B, we're going to you.
I would like to roll a convince somebody, looking at my spider cohorts. And I'm going to look at them and say, "Look what I told you, alright? We stopped, we started listening to them, and they put another symbiote on one of our pals, okay? We gotta take them out. Put them down now." And I'm going to roll.
2d6 plus 2.
That is a 10. 8 plus 2, 10.
So same deal. You can go against your friend Peter, the rest of the spider cohorts, but you're gonna lose links, which is like your bonds of friendship. Or you could go along with it and strengthen those bonds. That relies on whatever you choose in your turn coming around. Noir.
And
Oh, Peter, what else? Sorry.
oh, I was just gonna get in a pose and get ready and look at Sarah, flip hand out and everything. Get ready.
Noir.
Slowly turn to Ben. Your chest might be as wide as the hole in my heart, but I'm not gonna go easy on you. No more bumping gums. It's time to burn powder. And can I straight up pull out a gun and shoot at him?
Yeah.
Spider-Man Noir has got to he uses guns.
Look, they have guns in Kingdom Hearts 2. It's fine.
Did Spider-Man
fine.
just cast gun?
Yes. He's gonna do a slow turn and then turn, like trench coat flipping up, 45 in his hand, and he's gonna let loose.
I mean, they just shot at Radigan last session, so yeah, this is fine, I guess.
What a sentence.
Yeah, 2d6 plus dark, please.
Dark, beautiful. That's an 11.
Ben, how much health do you have?
I have 3 right now. Well, I have 1. I'm at 1 harm.
Cool. So
I can just straight roll 3-stage fight if you want.
No, it's fine right now. So
You got a lightsaber to deflect bullets.
You have a dry form. What are the 3 options you want to use? They're also all in the reference doc as well. Take a look at that.
2.
You can take 2 of them.
You're talking to me? What's this reference doc I keep hearing about?
Did you not get linked to the reference doc?
No. I have my moves.
Oh boy.
Here,
Okay, give me a second.
here. I'll put it in the chat down here. You'll just have to put it into a.
I'll message
There
you
you
on
go.
Discord.
Thank
I
you.
apologize.
Unless I missed.
I can also. I'll send.
Oh
it
no,
to
I
you
just
while
sent your
you-
character sheet twice by accident. My bad.
I got it.
So
Beautiful.
you can either defend yourself from whatever retaliation might happen to you, deal great harm, take control, take something from them, force to change the location, or de-escalate the situation.
He just got a lightsaber out. I'm taking that.
Awesome. And then what would you like to be your second option?
Harm. Great harm.
Okay.
You deal the great harm. You get hit for 2 as the bullet impacts you, and with his Carnage arm, it whips out and takes it. And Spider Noir, you've never wielded your thing this life, but Carnage has.
Oh.
Way back in the season 1 finale. So this thing, the muscle memory, comes to you easily, and you're able to do tricks with it and everything. It feels strong. You feel like you cut through butter with this.
Hope so.
Beautiful.
Don.
San definitely looks at them and she's like, listen, I don't know what a symbiote is. I don't really know what you're talking about. I don't know why this one is red, but this is dangerous. But she's actually going to strike to subdue on Noir. But she's like arguing, like, I don't know what's happening.
Alright.
And she's also going to use You're Never Taking Their Heart, which where an ally takes damage, I gain a +1 forward on strike to subdue.
Nice. Roll me that plus mastery, please.
Yeah. Sick. I don't have any pluses to master. That's an 11.
Awesome. You deal harm, and you're gonna choose 2.
I'm going to.
Oh no.
I'm gonna take something from them, and I'm gonna take the lightsaber back, and I'm going to de-escalate the situation by putting myself in between, I think, Noir and Venom Kylo.
So I imagine Noir doing like the tricks with it, in his hand spinning it, and then San just comes in. You're gonna take a damage, Noir, as San comes in striking you. Your hand with the, I'm guessing you're using your key spear.
Yeah, my key spear probably.
And it's gonna do that spin, and it's gonna launch the lightsaber. You're gonna catch it in one hand and slide. Almost knocked my effing light over. Sorry, that was bad. And slide in between the 2 of you.
I think Noir was probably just like staring at this thing, monologuing it, and didn't even notice when just talking to this saber, saying, I don't recognize this, but it feels right. A cold drink with a dame so hot she burns into your retinas. She's the only thing you see at night. You finally lie down to escape it, and then it just gets ripped from him. Hey!
Hey, you! What are you doing?
Oh.
We
The
have
only
to get
thing
out
I
of
could-
here.
Was born to do.
You feel something in your head. She's on your shit list immediately.
Kill her.
You're on my shit list immediately.
I don't know what that is.
There she smells.
You smell, kid,
Like a dog.
like a dog.
Like
That's
the one
just
we
rude.
killed.
Like the what?
Nothing.
No, what was that last bit?
And then he just puts his dukes up.
Sarah.
So I got switched places with Spider Ham.
Yep.
How far away am I?
You're
now?
still in the air. You're actually behind. You're kind of like where Spider Gwen and San were.
Okay, well, either way, Sarah's gonna just like start running back towards everyone, however far that is, and again looks very confused as to what happened because she didn't do whatever that just was. And as she approaches, you see her the necklace that she wears, the little pendant at the bottom starts to glow. And then the light sort of starts to envelop her, and then you see it sort of like shoot out towards. I say shoot out, but I imagine it's not very fast. It kind of like floats out towards Ben or Kylo, and so I am going to use Ultimate Form. When you need to draw on your power to save your friends, spend links freely. You may choose from the list for each link. So I'm going to spend a link to heal Ben's harm completely.
You transform using the power of your crystal as you begin
it's
glowing in light.
just kind of like light, kind of surrounding her.
It doesn't. You would have a really cool weapon, but it's kind of webbed up right now.
It's fine. Kupo is Maga's hopefully doing okay out there and not being destroyed by Heartless.
And you're gonna heal Ben
and then completely heals her completely.
Okay, yeah. You see the wounds, Noir. You see the wounds on Kylo from your shots, from everything, just begin to seal up instantly.
And as she like comes within like shouting distance, at least for everyone to hear her, she's like, "What is happening to your friend? Whatever it is, it's really bad, and we didn't do it. I promise." But also, San is right. We should probably get out of here.
All right, of Gwen, Penny, and Miles, who's going first?
Is this considered a new situation for
Yeah.
move purposes? Great, then I would love to use She Who Strikes first, if everyone's okay with me doing that. Everyone else who's sharing initiative with me.
You
Great.
can go ahead and do that.
Yeah, so I will go ahead and ask the question. They keep saying we need to get out of here, so the question I'm going to ask is what will happen if I escalate the situation? Assuming that would mean the fight would continue. So if I jump in and join the fray and the fight continues out here, taking up more time, what will happen?
You see around you the encroaching darkness is spreading across the world. This world's already pretty much gone at this point. If you continue fighting, you're just going to be fighting within the darkness. But you also get the idea that if you just leave, this world's going to fall to darkness anyway if you don't take care of whoever's pulling the strings here, which appears to be Venom.
Okay, so if we leave, like, this location, though, to get away from the darkness, that's more what I'm wondering.
Oh,
like...
no, it'd be fine. You'd be alright.
Okay.
You would, so, like, it's coming around you, so it's slowly cutting off your area. You still have a pretty big battlefield, as it were. But yes, if you try to fight in, you're slowly gonna be introduced to the hazards of whatever these creatures are closing in.
Okay, then I'm going to flip and do try to just web Kylo back down after getting healed a bunch to subdue.
Okay.
Or I guess I'm not really striping to subdue. I guess I'm using like magic.
Yeah, go ahead.
To roll
and cast
with mastery.
Magic. So yeah, roll mastery.
Great. That is. Oh, it's only a 4. So I'm gonna try to do that. It's not gonna be successful, but I am gonna say, Peter, they're right. We got to get out of here. Just gesturing to the general darkness.
So you fail the move. So you try to web Kylo. Peter, what happens? You think?
Me?
Yeah. What happens if she tries to web down Kylo?
You will see something almost like a little bit of darkness that was seeping out of the cracks of like asphalt and pavement go up and almost like tentacles or something go up and just strike it and then cut the webbing before it can make its way around Kylo. And you almost see the tentacles form a finger that do a kind of motion to it.
Yeah, I think seeing that is when I'm like, Peter, they're right. We got to get out of here. yeah, and that's the end of my turn.
Penny and Miles.
Question for you, DM.
Mm-hmm.
I am a genius.
Wait, KM, Keyblade Master, please.
Sorry, Keyblade Master. I am a genius.
Of course.
And I have fought Venom before. And I have made significant modifications to this vessel.
Uh-oh. I know where this is going. Okay, yes.
Would I, in logic, have created something on there to help fight something of this nature? Because they have fought many things that are sound-based before, and I do have a speaker on Spider.
You could definitely do a sonic attack if you wanted to.
I would like to sonic attack Venom. Because in theory, I also know that if you do it right, you can literally sonic Venom off of the person that's their host.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me 2d6 plus, I'm gonna say plus light.
Okay, cool. And I have a psychic connection with Spider, so I don't have to be in Spider to do this.
We're just gonna bump
5.
Sunflower at maximum.
Yeah, you're
maximum
bumping
volume.
Sunflower.
Yeah, it's Sunflower. Ooh, comes very loud, and Miles matches it, and for that is a 7. Wait, you said light?
Yep.
Hold on, what is my light? I didn't add that. 8!
Ben. Kylo. The Sonic begins to wash over you, and Venom begins to scream. As you can hear Venom screaming in your head, "Fight or flight! Fight or flight! Either we fight or we die! Either we fight or we..." And you can feel him beginning to tear off of you, and as you do so, you can feel your stationing begin to... those cracks begin to resurface that has been sealing up. You don't take any harm, but if you don't stop that Sonic, Venom's gonna separate from you, and that is going to be a very, very bad time for your health.
I think instinctively to have somebody... Oh, so I didn't want to speak over somebody.
I was just gonna try to throw in, could Penny be watching this for the reaction?
Yes, you could see Kylo, you begin to scream as well. And so
Yeah,
does
this is
Venom.
like...
Okay.
I'm not gonna scream on my microphone, but
Yeah.
he's definitely huddled over like this, and he looks like he's thinking, because it's not my turn in initiative to do anything, so he looks like he's thinking.
Miles. And you can see this too. This Kylo guy is hurting.
Okay, so I don't think Miles is going to be paying very much attention to Kylo, given that Noir is going apeshit.
Please stop, Noyar.
Yeah, so I think I think I'm going to make a giant web ball and just swing it around, and then right as I'm letting it go, I'm gonna just bring it with lightning, and I'm gonna use web raid and boop Noir, striking with intent.
Okay. Something you would also notice is that Carnage does not seem to mind the sound.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Roll
cool.
a strike with strike with intent.
Woof. That's a 6.
Oh boy. So what are you swinging around again? Just so I can get the clarification. You're swinging
Just like a web demo ball, essentially.
Yeah. That's electrified.
That's electrified, yeah.
Spider-Man, you feel yourself move out of the way as Carnage pushes you forward, avoiding the attack from your friend. Your friends have betrayed you! Hey, Peter.
Indeed.
Where does the ball hit instead?
The ball is going to bounce off of a sign that is a old beaten down restaurant that used to seem like it was Spider-Man themed at one point, but it is long gone since closed up. Hits the sign and it bounces off, and it is going to hit Gwen in the back of the head.
Gwen, take 2 harm as you feel electricity rain through your body as Miles' attack strikes you.
Shit, I'm sorry, Gwen.
Watch
Sorry.
it.
Oh, this isn't going well.
Oh yeah, it's not going well. So speaking of which,
Welcome to Kingdom Hearts Interstitial War.
it's
I
Kylo.
was
Oh
gonna
no, it's
say,
not Kylo.
welcome
It's
to my
Ham's turn.
life.
Ham.
Damn.
Peter Porker.
How much harm did I take from that blow, actually?
That was the that was a Carnage and power attack. You would have took actually you
Well,
only
they
took
got
one harm from that.
Alright. We're gonna hand that thing away.
Breathe in heavily. Oh no.
Okay, what do you do? Alright. What I would like to do is another move. Button party.
Okay,
In
you
the
want,
small roll part. If that.
I'm sorry, you're coming a little scratchy for me. What'd you say?
Yeah.
He would like to
Oh,
buff the
I want
party.
to use button party.
Up in the party. Cool, that's what I thought you said. Alright, yeah, because the backs are against the wall. Roll me 2d6 plus heart, please.
Cool. Big thing, way nice. That's a 6.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Dang, really? Welcome to Kingdom Hearts, the Interstitial War.
No one's rolled right now. You're trying to buff, and that's your strongest stat, too. You're trying to buff the party and kind of get everyone...
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Oh, was it an 8 then?
I did the math wrong. That's a 7.
Okay, that's
A 7.
That's good. That's just enough. You're gonna take -1 forward to your next move, but all your friends are gonna take +1 forward. Is there anything else you would like to do this turn?
No. You guys are handling it. You're doing a great job. Out of character.
Wait, does my just on that note, does my we can do this when I'm with friends? Everyone gains +1 forward to push through stress. Does that just work? Is that like a passive?
Yes, that just happens. No one's had to push through stress yet, but that will.
Okay,
That
I
will-
just wanted to know.
Sick.
But I imagine that it's just Spider-Ham, like the buffing the party is just Spider-Ham going like, "You can do this. I believe in you all." Like, just words of encouragement, the thumbs up, like I'm okay. Kylo. Things are getting rough.
Don't have my lightsaber, because San has my lightsaber.
I mean, you could recall it back. It's your weapon.
That's fair.
Yeah, she's
I'm
not
gonna-
gonna fight you on it.
Yeah, sure, because he's gonna take his lightsaber back. He's gonna... I mean, he's still, like, in a lot of pain, so I think he's, like, holding his lightsaber in one as he's starting to, like, do that very slow Kylo Juyo style sort of stomp towards Noyar, and he's gonna look at Penny Parker and he's gonna go, "Turn it off if you want me to help you live." And I think he's gonna attack he's gonna try to attack Noyar.
All right, you're gonna be at.
And it's just it's a disadvantage.
Yeah, because you're
Okay.
trying to strike through. Penny's like, it's your weakness. It's your counterpart's kryptonite. It's your kryptonite technically. Like at this point, you're not even an amalgam anymore. You're just the same person.
Yeah, he's trying to show that he's not trying to kill everybody by attacking somebody who else is an issue, but you know. All right, that's not great. Oh, wait, I can do this. Okay, so it's a 4 plus 2 is 6, and I don't have that move anymore. Oh, wait, do I not have that move anymore? Wylan, I don't have that move anymore. Never mind, I can't make it more than a 6. Oh, wait, no, because I can't add What does spending links do nowadays? I forget. They don't
You roll
add.
with
They just make me roll
advantage.
advantage. I
Mhm.
just like
already
I'm not gonna
done
re-roll the
did
whole
the roll.
roll. I already done did the roll.
You
Ooh.
done goofed.
You already done did the roll.
I already done did the roll. Yeah, nope, it's a 6. I thought I still had darkness is my weakness to take on
No,
to add 2,
it's
but
not
I
your
don't
weakness
anymore.
You hear
It's
you
just
hear
part of you.
hear Max in your head going, "You done maximum goofed now."
I done maximum goofed. Welcome to Kingdom Hearts Interstitial War, everyone.
So you go and you fail as you're trying to strike, and you could feel the desperation is leaking off of you. The darkness is leaking off of you. It's starting to fill the area. As the Heartless are are right almost on top of you, about to swarm the entirety of the ground. Something is channeling them to here, and you're not sure who it is.
I told you we were gonna have a problem if we didn't escape this darkness.
Well, somebody leave. I'm not leaving first.
And Venom.
No, you hang up first.
And Venom is almost tearing off, getting torn off of you, but he's holding on to you.
Ben, please.
Turn off the machine.
Peter B.
That's me. I would like to launch myself at this this bin person, and kind of rocket us off the battlefield just a little bit into an abandoned cafe or something. So it's just a nice little, alone time.
Okay. Yeah, that happens as you see Peter B just escapes with Kylo.
It's like that 2 launch thing, and
Yeah.
then he just launches it, and then you just hear him get
The crash.
hit in the gut and crash through a window. And Peter B is standing over Kylo. You see him crack his knuckles. Takes his mask off. And it's Peter B. Parker from the movie, but he has yellow eyes. And you notice that there's a medallion around his neck that has a triangle on it with an eye.
Little cipher.
Then he says, "That's some neat trick of yours. That venom stuff." Sorry. Wrong property. You wouldn't get that. Bid, how's it going, buddy? And he's just gonna sit back, and you see a chair just made out of gold bars just appear behind him.
I assume out of game. Is this far enough where I'm not just being racked by the Sonic?
Yes.
Yeah,
Or am I
I
still?
think
Am
out
I
the Sonic.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm because if I'm still being racked by the Sonic, he's gonna be "I'm sorry, Bill Cipher, can't answer the phone right now." But I think he instead makes this groan and he pushes himself up and he's like, "Bill Cipher, what do you want? I knew it was one of you."
You don't look so good, buddy. You look like you've had a lot of trouble. Maybe, taking too many bad rolls, huh? Got consumed by darkness a little bit?
Is it really consumed if you work with it?
Like I said, I wanted you to remember the promise that you made me, but you're doing a really bad job of that. I thought I said to, keep your friends away from the battlefield for a little bit. Come on, man.
I don't remember that promise.
Oh, memory is a sieve. Meaning has no meaning. Come on, I need you to recall these things. Look, buddy, Ben, or do you prefer Kylo now?
Kylo keeps me safe.
Kylo keeps you safe. I love this third-person bad guy thing you got on. You're like, I'm Ben, I'm a champion of light, but I'm Kylo, I'm evil. It's like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of thing. I love it. Look, Ben, baby, and it's Peter B doing this entire thing. He's gonna walk up, and he's just gonna put his hands on Kylo either side of his face. I know we've had a bad couple of days, I tried to portray your dead dad, things got a little heated. It's fine. But I need you to go out there, and I need you to turn into a rock star for me, okay? Can you do that, puppy? Huh?
Rockstar is I don't know what a rock star is.
Look, you'll learn soon enough, okay? I've got use for you, kid, and you're getting your kicked out there, okay? So why don't you go ahead Here, use a little bit of help from me, your old friend Bill Cipher, so you and I can make this mythic, phantasmal, weird Mageddon kick off of big time style, huh?
I owe you one favor. You will define the favor I owe you, and I will do that favor. No more, no less.
Jeez.
Unless I want
Semantics.
to.
I
Yes,
really
semantics.
corrupted the wrong kid, didn't I? I think maybe. Where's that chicken at, by the way? I think the chicken would have been much more
Don't you
efficient.
damn touch Alpha. Dare?
Ooh.
Damn. Don't you dare touch Alpha.
Testy. Got attached to the chicken, I see. All right. Okay. You want.
Turn you into a square instead of a triangle if you touch him.
I like this new you. It's spicy. Okay, what you're gonna do out there is you're gonna go ahead and take this, and I'm gonna go ahead and put my hands on Kylo Ren, and I'm kind of like gonna zhuzh up the armor there a little bit, beef. I'm gonna give him a nice little bonus that he only takes half harm off of hits and things of that nature. And you're gonna go kick those spider dweebs' butts, okay? You're gonna find the little ham guy. You're gonna kick him into 1,000 pieces. The little girl in the robot, you're gonna rip its arms off, okay? The kid with the hoodie, you're gonna break his head's bones. I know that sounds like a very minor thing, but music is very important to him. It will damage him for years to come. And then, the girl's on a self-destructive path. She'll take care of herself in about 5 to 10 years. And then the dark brooding one, I don't know, kind of fight him, but he's kind of helping me out. He's doing me a favor. He doesn't even know it. He's so far up Casablanca's butthole, he doesn't even know what's going on.
You just need me to defeat them.
I need you to fight them and make it look good. And if your teammates start getting their asses whooped, then I don't know, don't step in. They're big kids, they can handle it, huh?
I think he does this type to disentangle himself with Bill Cipher. And he goes, I'll make it look good, and then we'll call it even. And then I'll come for you and kill you too.
There is one thing in your head. You're not sure what it is, but there's one part of the deal, Kylo, that you can't recall right now that has been placed into your mind.
One more thing, kid, and you can kind of see as like he stopped, he moved away from me, and he was walking between pillars of this cafe. And for a moment in between, you can see it's Peter B, but he's wearing what seems like Doctor Strange is wearing, except it is instead of red and blue, it is black and yellow, and he's got his own little amulet. And then he like walks past another pillar, and he goes back to being just Peter B. And he goes, the door to Kingdom Hearts, I know, it's a lot of lore you're keeping up in your noggin there, and you won't be able to remember it. But the door to Kingdom Hearts, if you see it, just go ahead and take your little venom finger there and touch it. That's all you gotta do. So it's kind of a two-part favor. I can do something for you if you want. We can kind of sweeten it, but you know.
Can I make a deep dive?
Tick-tock. He's gonna hold up a giant clock.
Can I deep dive?
Sure.
Dive? Okay. Deep dive with it's with heart, so you know this is probably just gonna be. Okay, that's a 7. Okay. Ooh, I just closed the door, but that's okay. Control Shift C opens the door. What? I mean, I feel like it's a cheap question to ask. I know you're gonna just give me a bunch of other stuff. What here could I use to scare Bill Cipher? I decided to do a different sort of question than what I was gonna ask before.
You're not sure how to beat Bill Cipher. You're not even sure how to harm him.
I'm not looking to harm him. I'm looking to put the fear of God in him, whether or not I can back it up or not. Like something that makes him twitch, even just a little twitch, even just a little eyebrow waggle of that made me uncomfortable.
You could try to do what you did to Fidget on him.
Okay. He goes, hey Venom, you hungry? I think he says that out loud. Venom, are you hungry?
Yes.
As the teeth begin to form on Kylo's face.
What's stopping me from just eating you right now? Instead of doing any of this.
Your selfishness.
I don't think I'm that selfish. Plus, if he ate, he'd probably be stronger, right?
How many times have your friends had to come in and save your butt because you're being too reckless? How many times have you gotten yourself killed because you don't know how to say stop, Kylo boy? Now go out there. We have some kids that we gotta turn into corpses. Chop, chop.
He gives us a little smile. I think if you will allow me to do a small little narration for Venom aesthetically.
Okay.
I think Kylo does a little smile that turns into a grin as Venom kind of like pulls back in. And he's like, "Well, I'm excited for my dinner afterwards." And I think he turns around and we'll start going back towards the battlefield.
Oh, Kylo, you and I, we're gonna have a hell of a time.
You see Peter begin to run back from where he was fighting with Kylo and Venom, everyone. And then, kind of stepping forward, you hear the ground shake as emerging with the Heartless behind them. Growing to swelling in size to 7 feet tall, as Kylo allows Venom to completely cover him. Beefing up, you see the full monster that is your rival, Heartless, swarming in behind him.
Yes. I want you to beat every one of my rivals. I can take them all out.
Let's try not to kill them.
Who are we starting with?
Told me not to fight Carnage. But he's still pretty sure that he is less of a danger than Carnage because he can at least vaguely control himself right now. So I think he's gonna start with... Were any of the Spidey... now I can't remember. Were any of the Spideys are actively fighting Carnage?
Miles
They tried.
yeah.
Miles
was?
tried.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna start with Miles via like throwing in Spider-Ham. Okay, let's start with Miles because I like Spider-Ham. I like Miles too, but
Let
like
me eat the
Spider-Ham
pig.
doesn't deserve to die.
I want to eat the pig.
No, this is why because I'm gonna have to deal with that. I'm gonna want to eat the pig conversation the
It's
whole damn time.
taken!
Oh my god.
As Miles, you can feel little killing intent coming off
Try it.
of Venom. As we're gonna go to Noir, it's your turn.
If I'm gonna spend a link, do I need to do that before or after doing my
Before.
thing to get advantage? Before? Okay. And what does advantage do? Is that an extra dice?
Yes, and then you just take the 2 highest.
Okay. Well, a couple things. Going all the way back from Miles swinging and missing at me, I think that would also activate Hold a Grudge.
Okay.
So when betrays you, I can immediately acquire the Dark Link without rolling.
I love it.
Does this count as making links?
I could do that, or I change a link to a Dark Link. So I have a link on him already, and it's going to be changed to a Dark Link. I
Yeah.
assume? I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Dropping Miles, your heart link of Miles to a dark link.
Let me know if you do take a dark link because when people make dark links, I get experience.
Ever. All right. So dodging that, all this stuff going on, slowly rising to his feet. Well, it's obvious who the High Pillow is here. He's gonna look at Miles, who just swung at him. You're done here, kid. It's time to stick a pork in it. Instead, he's gonna turn and fire at Spider-Ham.
Oh!
And I would like to use my Dark Link on Spider-Ham to get advantage on this.
As you kind of surge forward with the Carnage claws in one hand, or you have the gun in the other.
No, it's a gun. So it's like claw ready as if he's going for Miles, but he's going to do a quick turn and shoot at Spider-Ham, because he knows Spider-Ham's the heart of the problem here. He's the one trying to cheerlead for everyone. You take out him, then everyone will feel as dark and upset as Spider-Noir is.
Yeah, roll me that 2d6 plus dark.
All right, so this I'm gonna spend my dark link. So it'll be 3d6. Take the highest.
Highest 2, yep.
That. A 6, a 4, and a 3. I'll take the 6 and a 4 with my +2.
Okay. Spider-Ham, how much health do you have left? I think 3, yes.
I'm also going to use dry form, so I could choose both options instead of one.
All right, what options are you choosing? As Peter Porker, you're like, we could do this, and then Noir's just charging just shoots at you.
We'll deal the great harm, and then I'll also kind of get in a defensive stance. So I'll take the shot and says, well, looks like you all got me in a tight spot, outnumbered, betrayed. Everything seems hopeless, dark even. Right where I want to be. I've lured you dewdroppers right into my web. And he's just gonna kind of stand off to everyone around him now, seeing just people betraying him everywhere, and he's get a little defensive after taking a shot.
As Spider-Ham, as it hits you and impacts you, you take 2 damage, putting you in that critical condition, 1 away from filling up your harm clock, as you kind of slide across, but cartoon physics. How do you feel about Noir after this?
Not feeling that great.
Welcome
a little.
to my world.
Very, 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 very hurt.
And I think with the kind of empathetic connection you have with everyone else, they can feel that hurt. They can feel that darkness and sadness kind of creeping into their hearts. Penny, Miles, and Gwen, and Peter, as you can feel kind of the... Well, maybe not Peter, but as you can feel the kind of pain that you have towards Spider-Noir. They really are trying to... even though Carnage is on them, it still hurts. And your empathetic connection is slowly starting to feel that darkness and desperation, which the Heartless are seeming to react to. As you can see, they're getting more intensified as they don't get any closer, but literally start forming walls of Heartless around you, blocking you into this battlefield.
We're having a cage match where the cage is made of Heartless.
Exactly. Thon.
I think so. Kylo Venom is currently menacing the field, is what's happening?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I think San looks at him and is like, what are you doing?
Sarah never touched San with the venom, did she?
No.
God dang it. Okay. We don't got that secret mind meld, Ashley! That would be helpful.
I'm not looking to spread the venom. Gosh.
I don't think he says anything out loud, but he is going to tell Venom to tell Sarah about the deal.
Venom relays the information, but he first says,
And also says to touch San, so we can all be on the same connection.
So the promise is what? That you will put on a good show. That's what Kylo said, right?
yeah, basically.
He did say he'd put on a good show, yeah. That's what he
just said he'll knock everyone out, but not kill everyone.
Yeah.
Cool. Hate that. I don't want
Touch
to fight them.
San? Touch San!
It's not my turn!
Okay, well then, if Kylo doesn't say anything, San's gonna go back and try and subdue Carnage / Noir, because that's still the scariest person. Even though Venom is also menacing. Because San doesn't understand. San's like, can you answer me a little bit? And then just goes to like whack.
I think he just does a scream.
Did you take your lightsaber back?
He did, yes.
Okay, you have your lightsaber.
He does a little yell. That's his response.
So the lightsaber's gone, is with Ben, but it's not like
Right, it's not
going
out.
right now. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, I got an 8 for strike to subdue, but what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna use Leaf Bracer, which is if I roll a 7 to a 9 on a check, I can take harm and get a +10. So I'm gonna take 1 harm and get a 10 on strike to subdue against Carnage.
Okay.
Which I will. So I deal great harm and then choose 2. I'm gonna again try and like force a change of location and de-escalate the situation where San is going to try and like just get Carnage away from everyone and like I think try and like maybe push him to like the edge of the Heartless wall.
Okay. So
how does the defend from harm play into this?
So usually it's when you're interceding with others, or I'll call for it.
Well, with my strike to intent, I got 2 options. And that was one of the options I picked.
Okay, yeah.
I
Oh,
don't know
yes,
how
true.
that-
So go ahead and roll me defend from harm then.
All right, so that's with light. Which is that's 2 1s for a total of 3.
Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, so you're gonna take 2 harm as it just, you try to defend, and it smacks into you, and you're kind of forced to the edge of the wall. The Heartless, somehow, you know, they don't attack you, but you hear them chittering in your ears. Well, I don't even know. I don't even think Heartless make noises. They just make the, like, it's just like a bunch of things, like, moving together. Your movement. As Spider Noir goes across. Do you feel betrayed, Spider Noir?
By San? No.
Farah.
Cool. So, Sarah hates everything. She doesn't like the idea of having to fight these people. She doesn't like the idea of Ben having to do this because she promised Bill Cipher. And she feels like she is in a pretty bad spot. So, she runs over to San and touches her like they asked her to.
I think San looks at Sarah and is like, what are you doing?
As you feel something like a little bit crawl onto you and just like quickly just meld against you.
Hello, Venom here. Good friend. Like to meet you. How are you doing?
I hate this.
It's okay.
Temporary. Now you can actually start to hear Farah and Kylo in your head.
Connection
And
made.
Sarah just fills in San on everything.
I hate this more.
Yeah,
I hate this worse.
I don't like it
I hate this
either.
most.
Well,
But-
you clash with them and whisper in their ears what we have to do so they can just fake it, and I'll make it look good.
You also hear Alpha snoring in your head.
Alpha.
Wait, that's weird. That's new.
When did you? I don't care. Okay, I will.
Last
okay.
season.
New
Yeah,
plan. New
I
plan is to
remember. Don't
divulge weird secret plan to the spider friends. Okay. I hate that slimy triangle. He's gross.
You
Why
can
didn't
touch
you
the
just-
other spider people.
I don't think they'd like that. I don't think they'd like that. I don't think they'd like
No.
that. I don't think they'd like that.
They already have a black suit.
No
Venom,
one cares.
We're trying to
Shut
help
up,
you,
please,
so
Venom.
Just please be quiet.
You're not Venom. We're not doing some weird mind meld with Carnage or that
need
red
to
one.
eat
I don't know what the
Carnage.
red one is. I don't know who Carnage is.
He's a part of me.
The red thing?
Off of him. and I could eat him.
How do we get him off of him? Yeah, he didn't care.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Okay.
And also, next time, let me know that you come with 2 really easy to do weaknesses.
Just saying. I'm sorry. You didn't tell me your weakness. Being a dumbass.
Venom, shut up already. God. As
So
soon as we can get
Sarah's-
rid of you, we can. God.
Sarah's going to run. She's gonna do some more running some track over here. Just like zip zop zooping all over the battlefield. Run over to by wherever Miles is. Whisper to him very quickly. So there's this other being, and he wants us to fight you, but we don't really want to fight you, so just like, we're gonna pretend, and you guys need to like pretend to lose. And as she's doing that, she's holding her hand out towards Carnage and the Spider Noir, and I would like to cast magic to try to trap him with like a ring of fire.
All right, trying to Johnny Cash him. All right, let's go.
Yeah, we're gonna pull the old Johnny Cash.
You hear
that's fun.
idly in the background, Kupo, Kupo.
Mog, just make your way over here.
You flash the Mog, still caught in webbing. Kupo,
you got
aka
it.
I don't think
You
I can
got
do
it.
that, sis.
Look, I don't have the time for you right now. We'll get there.
You get sad emojis back.
Oh. So I got a 9. So, I get to choose 1. And we're going to just inflict a semi-permanent, condition.
Okay.
And then, she's going to, put a little distance between herself and Miles, because she was just like whispering to him. And then that's it. That's all I've got.
Do you want a fake fight?
Yeah, just I know it doesn't. It sounds ridiculous, but I don't want to fight you. I just want to get everyone out of here safely. Also, I want to help your friend, because I don't think gestures to like the general carnageness.
Yeah,
I
as
don't
the
think
fire
that's supposed to
erupts.
happen.
Let's hit my light again.
No, it's not.
What?
We'll see what we can do. I don't
Yeah,
know.
just wanted to let you know.
As the fire breaks out, Noir, you're like, fire bad, as you're surrounded by fire, and whatever is in your bloodstream is like screaming. And we go to either Penny, Miles, or Gwen.
Don't you get something if you go first, Gwen?
Only if it's a new combat situation. Is this a new situation with the Peter returning?
No, this is still the same fight.
I didn't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't necessarily get anything if I get to kind of establish it. So if you have something you wanted to do, go ahead.
So we still don't know about anything.
Nope, just Miles. You see Miles is very confused. Thon is very confused. Sarah is very worried, and Venom is very much Venom right now.
You're confused, bro. This is Kingdom Hearts. Come on now.
I lost the plot 2 games ago. I don't know what happened.
2.5 games ago.
2.5
3 quarters. Like, I don't know.
2.5 games and a mobile ago. I don't know
Over
what happened.
2.5 games over
2,
2.
recoded, reminded, re-horse shit.
So I shit. I guess I'm gonna get back in Spider. So, is that, do I have to
Yeah,
use
no,
Fusion
you can
Dance
just
for that?
easily, you got the fusion dance lasts the whole mission.
Okay, so then I hop back into Spider, and, so, Spider nor Carnage is in a Ring of Fire. I have none of that. Who do we hit? Penny is like stay on top of Spider, really confused, and hops back in. I guess
Pick a symbiote!
I guess I can make a hole for us to run. And I'm going to start laser firing into the wall of Heartless. Because I know we're eventually going to have to get out of here.
Yeah, that's roll me limit break. So roll me 2d6 plus light.
2d6 plus light. Because Spider does have lasers. That's 6 plus my light is 7.
Oh. Am I still here?
I've killed
Yeah,
the
you're still
Keyblade Master. Kingdom Hearts is done. I beat it.
There you go. I was like, what the hell just happened? So you watch as the lasers go on full fire and begin to just launch themselves at the wall, just
over the speakers you hear, "Grab Nor! I'm making a hole!"
It's taken a second, but slowly but surely you're beginning to fire through all of them. The ship is also still here in the battlefield. And every time you kill, you blow up one of the Heartless, you see these little miniature hearts begin to raise up into the sky. You're not sure what that's about. You're sure they'll probably have no bearing on anything that'll happen in the next...
It's not important at all.
Yeah, not important yet.
But I also did turn off the sound.
Yeah, and the sound kills as Kylo's back in action. Now, Gwen or Miles?
I can spend a link to bump my mastery up to my harm level. So I would like to do that to give myself another level of mastery since I have 2 harm.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll have +2. And I'll do I pick which link I spend?
Oh, yeah. That's whatever you
Yeah.
spend.
Well, Noir's been attacking us, so I'll spend that one.
Your connection to war fades for the time being.
And
Betrayal.
I know, sorry. I think seeing the reaction to the fire, I'm familiar with Carnage. I think I'm gonna try to just swing in and kick him in through the fire to see if I can get that to separate Carnage from Noir.
Cool.
As a subdue.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me 2d6 plus mastery.
Great. That's an 8 plus 2, making it a 10.
Pick 2.
Okay.
I'm assuming force a change of location?
Yeah, so force a change of location, I think, is the obvious one to get him through the fire.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess I don't know what Carnage is gonna do after going through this fire.
Yeah.
But I'd like to try to de-escalate the situation by somehow negating Carnage's rage effect on my friend Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah, as you fly into the fire and the fire begins to kind of bake you a little bit, it hurts. But you hear Carnage begin to scream as he kind of chucks you through more so you're on the concrete, and he's beginning to separate a little bit from you as he's trying to desperately hold on. He's screaming out in pain, and you can feel, and Noir, you're screaming as well. Or maybe you're monologuing very dramatically. But that's up to you.
Okay.
And that leaves Miles.
Okay, so Miles is going to do the only move that Miles thinks is logical, and he's going to jump Ben, Kylo, Venom, and land, like basically just do the web swing, sort of land on him. And then I'm going to use tap my head 3 times. And I'm going to ask, will you actually die if we separate Venom from you? And
Very
is this
much
all
so.
a trick?
No, Kylo will actually die if you separate Venom from him. At this state, anyway. Things could change in the future, but at this point, yes.
Damn it. Okay. Fine. And then Miles is like, get Nora separated. This one will actually die if Venom leaves it. And Miles just punches the ground and just breaks dramatically.
Yeah, tapping your head 3 times, you know. Spider-Ham. Peter Porker has been betrayed, has been shot, has been clawed at.
Yeah.
Peter Porker's a little angry.
Uh-huh.
What would Peter Porker like to do?
I think now's the time for that comedically large mallet that I forgot to like pull out of my ass last minute. In the words of my favorite band, 1-800-PAIN, I'm pissed off and I want to start swinging.
What are you swinging at?
Good question. Clearly, we have beef, pork, if you will, with Noir. So, just one smack for good measure.
There you go.
A love tap between friends.
Go ahead.
Knock
and-
some sense into him.
Yeah. Go ahead and just roll 2d6 plus dark, please.
All right. I don't think I have any. No, I don't.
I do.
Okay. You shut up.
God damn it, Bully.
And this is at -1. That's a 5.
Oh no. Yes?
Never mind. I don't have a link with them anymore. I spent it.
Oh,
Never
no,
mind.
it's so all your links are considered locked with each other, so you could spend it if you want to. But that would be
Okay.
that would be against you. Would you want to do
Not
that?
if
Actually, I think just for drama's sake, I want to use come on, you can do better. Someone has a link with you, fails in an action or a moment of doubt, you can egg them on to get a +1 forward. And I think now that he's partially separated, he knows that he might be a problem again. So he's gonna, like instinctually, he's probably more carnage than him dodging the mouth a little bit, but he's gonna reach out and grab Spider-Ham. I might be a hard-boiled detective, but you're the only one who makes sure this is over easy. Do it.
So that's going to be the +1, which is going to bring your total to 6, right?
Well, +1
Yes.
moving forward, so on their next.
Okay.
Well, Penny Parker did Limit Break, which also gives a +1 when trying to end this situation. That's going to raise it to a 7.
For this move or next move?
I'm saying that if Spider-Ham wants to, they can apply the +1 forwards now in order to succeed on their roll and not fail. Because it seems like a dramatically good effect.
Yeah, just as weepy.
Are you?
You know I can do it for you. And just swing like where he swings and misses, and just like brings it all the way back around.
You're aiming for Carnage or for Noir?
Carnage.
As you smack Carnage, and Carnage gets sent flying off of Noir, skidding across. What? And it's just like, and as he gets hit, you see the blam pop up on the screen. Like, and like you see the stars around Carnage. Carnage stands up full time, and Carnage looks at Peter. This wasn't how it was supposed to go.
Peter's gonna say, I don't know what you're talking about, pal. And Peter is going to squish Carnage, leaving a little bit on the bottom of his foot.
And as that happens, like, you go to switch Carnage, Carnage disappears into a dark portal, fading out. And you hear something, all here. I'll see you, rest of you, at Kingdom Hearts.
We don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Sounds complicated.
Again.
Yeah,
again.
it sounds a little complicated.
The Sansa, yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, Son says, yeah, I don't know what that is.
As you hear,
Son says, yeah.
you hear Master Strange in your head, like, giving you a thumbs up, natural order.
There's a war between the light and darkness, and that's what we're fighting right now.
Yeah, light and darkness. Light and darkness.
Are you like
I do
fighting that
so-
inside of your person at the same time? Because like this whole Venom thing is really weird.
I mean,
Is it a metaphor?
Ben kind of is. Well,
Is that
You
a
know.
metaphor?
He's a metaphor?
Metaphorically dark.
Metaphor for what?
During
Yeah.
my connection with Carnage and wanting to kill everyone, there was only one person Did I also want to kill Peter B. Parker? Or
No.
was that the one person he didn't feel like killing?
That was the one person that you didn't feel like killing.
Look, you flat tires. And I was that lady in red for a little bit. I wanted to hurt everyone here, even more than myself. But
Just
there was
shut up.
one person
Shut up.
here who I didn't want to put in a Chicago overcoat. And that was him. He's going to point to Peter B. Parker. Now, I might not know my onions, but I know betrayal when I smell it.
Me betray you, and I'm gonna point right back at him and say, you were trying to betray us!
Oh no, with the Spider-Man meme.
But wait, weren't
can I
you the one
also
who
use
wanted to kill? We don't
Hold a
Quick, all
grudge on
spider
this?
people point.
All the spider people point at each other.
Yeah.
You were acting pretty weird, Peter. Like really weird. And you did not have like color. Like now he's back to not having color.
That's some neat trick, that detective sense of yours, Spider-Man. Always sticking into your nose into other people's business.
As you
I
see
know.
the eyes begin to glow yellow. And Bill, you can feel it. The world is ready. You can,
Good.
You could call the door. I think
And you see Bill Cipher. Well, it's Peter B, but his eyes are glowing yellow, and he kind of floats up. And you see the clothes, the spider suit, starting from the symbol, just kind of fold out. And you see this, like I said before, a pseudo Master Strange, but it's yellow and black instead of blue and red outfit. But it's still Peter B's like body and everything. It's gonna start clapping and just go. You played each and every single one of your parts perfectly. Ah, what fun we had!
I hate this guy.
Would
You
our
know this
spider
creep?
sense have gone off? before
now
this?
it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yep.
know this creep. We've ran into him before. He sucks.
Should we shoot? Web him?
Yeah.
I feel
I
like you
shoot
all,
my web at him.
you
I
all-
shoot you
Yeah.
with
I
your mouth.
web
so
him.
shut up.
I
you
web
all
him.
try to
Yeah,
web
just like
him.
webbings everywhere.
I have
Just-
in
It's a
spider
group web.
spider webs.
It's just like it covers him for a second, and you think you've done it, and he just phases out of it. like in that the build trick that he can do.
He does.
There's also
do that.
one bullet among that webbing.
Web bullet. Oh, web bullet.
No, like a bullet.
No,
No,
a
everyone's
web
shooting
bullet.
webs.
Like from a
absolutely.
gun.
And this nerd comes out with a 45, like, boom! Just like, what's happening?
He does the
Well, that's his sound. So for a moment, he's like, ugh.
Look. You can try to shoot me, you can try to stop me, but you're not gonna be able to, alright, babies? I'm unstoppable. I'm Bill Cipher. Come on! Get with the program. I'm from the 4th dimension, okay? And you know what? It's fine. You've just sat here and bought time as the darkness has just poured out of each and every single one of you, fighting amongst yourselves, like rabid dogs in a pen, while I was just sitting here just gathering and eating like I was at a buffet of souls. It was amazing. And you know what? I think I've had my fill. And I think it's time for us to go through the mythic, fantastical, Weirdmageddon.
and as he
I
calls
don't like the sound of that.
everything goes black for a second as you can see each other, and it's just white outlines like drawings on a black piece with white ink on a black piece of paper. And then the world is completely erased as you see everything reshaped, becoming red, becoming sinister, becoming dark. As portals begin opening into the skies and you see eyes and triangles and other geometric shapes begin to warp around the area. And as the world falls, you see swelling from the darkness, a single key rises up of darkness. And the door appears. The key slides in, unlocking the 12th lock. Only one key remains.
You thought that you could use the power of friendship to go ahead and work together to beat me? Bill Cipher?
Can I stab
Come
Bill
on!
Cipher?
You can't, Kylo. Because
Damn it!
you feel
We're
a
in a
pull.
reality marble. Yeah, we're in our damn reality marble.
No.
No?
You feel a pull.
You haven't fulfilled your part of the bargain there, Benny boy.
All the villains do the monologue thing. All of you. What is this? Is this like a
they really
multiversal thing? Like
Sandy,
they'll just
Not
like
just for villains.
Love-
Heroes could do it too.
As
please.
Kylo,
I made the monologuing thing, baby!
you reach out to the door.
Can we try to stop him?
Yeah, San would huck her spear if she could.
I think as it's like going on, like Ben.
Come on, Keymaster, let him try.
Things
Who are
are
you
like
talking to?
landing around and they're warping.
He's acting Wade.
Kylo, you really don't want to touch this door.
No, I don't want to touch the door. I am a Vanitas who's making different choices than Vanitas. I am my own independent darkness entity. Unaligned.
And Venom's like, we shouldn't touch this door. We shouldn't touch
Yeah,
the door.
I know, Venom. I know we can't touch the door. Don't touch the
Your
door.
own entity if Venom's with you. Isn't that like?
They're like one. They're like together.
And you hear Bill Cipher's in your head.
Like a Mariah Carey
We
song?
had
where
a
they lump
deal.
together?
And you can't control your arm
Yeah.
from touching the door.
I thought about unlocking my own heart for a moment, but I've already died last episode. I don't need to do it again this episode.
And then something wild happens as you touch the door. You watch as Venom is being pulled from you.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna die anyway.
No. And the darkness that you have starts to coalesce on the door. The key to
I don't wanna,
Halloween Town turns black.
Oh.
The key to Anastasia turns black.
Oh no.
The
I don't like any of this.
yeah, don't they ever?
I cut off my own arm. I've already touched it.
We're just
Is
saying
there
this-
anything we can do to stop it? I suppose.
Or slow
Can I
it?
cut off the arm?
Someone has to stay back and sacrifice
The
themselves.
Star
to
Wars
stop
character
this.
let him cut off the arm.
I'm gonna say this is kind of like one of those events that's just happening.
Okay,
There's a
that's fair.
cutscene.
But you're all kind of rushing towards it.
Unskippable cutscene.
Yeah, the unskippable cutscene.
Blatant.
The Moana key was already dark. Anastasia, that turns black. Wally's world is still Oblivion, that doesn't change. High School Musical, Great Mouse Sector was already met. I guess you didn't have that many more keys of light than I originally thought.
We really didn't.
Spirited Away. The 6-7 keys that you have all begin to turn black.
The keys don't matter though, right? Because what matters is after the door opens.
Yeah, that's right. That's what you've been told.
Who told me this one? I can't remember if Dr.
Yeah, that
Strange.
was
I've
Dr.
talked
Strange.
to both masters.
Yeah, I
can't remember which master
the
told
Master
me.
of Darkness, well, because it doesn't really matter. Maybe you're not
Yeah.
sure. That's as the darkness begins to sap away from you. But you cut your own arm off, you say?
Well, I mean, if it's not going to stop anything, I don't want to cut my arm off.
I mean, do you want to cut your arm off? Do you think it will stop it?
No, I don't. I feel like I would be able to tell whether or not I
Lucian,
could stop it
do
in
you
the
wanna-
action.
Do you want to cut your arm off? Yes or no?
The answer is I can't make a costuming bit for it, so no.
Okay.
I'm not making an arm armor in
And-
1 week, too.
And the whole door begins to slowly corrupt. That is until San and Sarah get to you and, like, yank you off, interrupting the process.
Ben, are you okay?
I want to go stab Bill Cipher.
I mean, I've always wanted to stab Bill Cipher.
I feel
You
Sonya,
lied to
stab
me.
Bill-
Didn't you say you were gonna die if Venom got separated
Oh
from
no,
you?
he's still on him.
Oh, okay.
That almost happened, Sarah. So stopping was good because Ben would have just.
Rip.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, I'm fine. The door isn't. Maybe you guys can do something with light, and I think he's gonna go and rush Bill Cipher.
Bill Cipher's gonna hold up his hands and he's gonna say, "You can stab me, but it's gonna hurt their friend Peter B here. Oh, decisions. A moral dilemma. What do you do?"
I'm gonna
Can
stab
I kick
Bill
Peter
Cipher.
B in the face?
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna stab Bill
This
Cipher.
isn't Peter's first body.
I was gonna say. I don't kick Peter B in the face if there's an opportunity.
I feel like everyone goes and attack, and Cypher, you feel
I would
yourself-
not let this Peter stabbing happen. No,
No.
way.
No stabbing. I'm gonna
Just punch
subdue,
it.
but I just sub.
As Peter, as you feel a foot come connected from you, a spider going, and it launches you kind of, because you're floating in the air, kind of into the sky a little bit more. That kind of hurt you.
What?
No. This
No.
drab city is not a place to have your showdown. You've done your job. Now it's time to wipe away the trash. Where do you bring them? Where's the showdown gonna be? Oh, San.
I think before they leave the door, I think San would grab Sarah's hand and try to point her keyblade at the door. To try and
Yeah.
fix what the...
Can we have a
I don't
Sailor
know.
Moon moment where
Yeah,
we
we
like
want a Sailor Moon
channel
moment, yeah.
our
Yeah.
friendship
Both
heart
of you roll
power?
heart. Both of you roll a single d6.
Oh, a single D6.
1d6.
With
Oh, no.
plus heart?
You're rolling it together
No,
as
you're
friends.
rolling it together. So just give me whoever's the highest bonus gets it.
I have a... What do you
I
have?
have 1.
I have
Heart?
one.
Oh, I have -1 heart.
Okay, I have plus 1 heart. So
All right,
I
so
will
each of you roll a d6, then it's +1. And then, Peter, where are you bringing them?
There's only one place where I can kill some kids and it would feel perfectly right. And you're going to be transported to a dark place with woods and mountains all around you.
Fucking Hunger Games.
There's a lake in the very center of it with a sign that has been beaten down a little bit, but you can still see it and trample on the ground. It says fishing season opening today. There's a building that has bait on the side of it with the hole collapsed in. And you just see Bill Cipher rubbing his face where he got kicked by Spider-Gwen. He goes, "There's only one place it could be. We're on my turf now. My rules. My playground. I'm gonna beat every single one of you in Gravity Falls, baby! That's right, it's a callback! That's right, it's a callback!
As Gravity Falls emerges around you, but not just a simple Quake Town, the Gravity Falls. The Gravity Falls of Cypher's universe, where he succeeded in taking it over. As Weird Mageddon starts. San, Sarah, what is your rolls? 6? 5. As you...
+1.
The light hits the door
+1.
and begins to spread across the darkness. It is fighting it, and you halt the darkness halfway up the door. It does not encroach further. You're not able to reverse it, but you did, in fact, stop the seeding of it. As you could feel energy coming off of it. And you get, as the door begins almost to part suddenly, as if it's only one lock is straining to come back, you feel water smash your face. Salt water. That's where the next key will be. But that is something to consider for another time. As you turn on Gwen, Noir, Penny, Ham, Miles, what will you do now? What is the mission?
Probably get Peter back.
Yeah. Gotta save our friend Peter in this new town. Are there some oddly dressed twins anywhere nearby?
No, it's
Are there any twin children?
It is desolated.
I would like to find some twin children.
looks
I
like
just assembled them to molecules!
Man
That
with a question mark shirt, any of that shit. I'm
Nope,
looking
you
for
do see a bunch of tapestries.
those. Oh, a bunch of tapestries.
Yeah.
So
Like,
are we?
whole Gruckle stand was the first one to go.
Oh man. Are we? Okay, this is. Are we at the shack?
No, you're at lake. You're at Lake
We're at the
Gravity
lake.
Falls.
Oh,
You're at
I'm
Lake.
I'm the
Okay,
lake
making
monster.
sure. Shit. So but there wouldn't be anything around there that would initially stand out. We'd have to go in the cave to find the mechanics.
And you can kind of
Meta
see Peter is
motherfuckers.
Bill's like hovering over the water, and it's got like the ridges. And I think everyone, the guard, like I feel like we turn around and like Sarah and San and Kylo now kind of like back in control of himself. You step out into the water, you're actually like on top of the lake.
Existence is upside down, and I reign supreme. Come one, come all, welcome to Weird-ageddon. Let's play, kids.
You love to hear yourself talk, don't you?
Yeah, you're gonna fire to bump your gums, you hard-boiled turtle slapper. And I'm cocking a Tommy gun.
Everyone say your final lines, I guess, as we're like before we cut for the to be continued. What's the last thing you say? Or do?
I think Gwen will like pat Miles and be like, "We'll get him back." It's like a good friendship line.
Yeah, the Spider family doesn't give up.
Damn you, Prince. Penny's gonna pop open the top and stick her head out, looking at Peter. Spider-Man always gets up!
I did my line.
Yeah, what Miles said.
Ron, Sarah, Kylo. I just like what Miles said. Repeating that, like I can't get the John Mulaney voice.
Sarah's gonna look towards San and Kylo, and I imagine she and San are still like holding hands from their like Sailor Moon moment, and Sarah like reaches her other hand out for Kylo, like for his hand.
I think you get his wrist, like a kid who is
awkward.
afraid. Well, like a kid who like more like a kid who is like it's less of a I'm offering you my hand in friendship and more like you can hold on to me because you're afraid, sort of action.
Someone else grabs your hand, San. As you see a feathery hand grip yours, as you look and you see a very chirping Alpha.
Nap time's over?
Nap time's over.
And I
Glad
think
to have you
Sarah
back, buddy.
says, "We might be in his territory, but together we can win."
Always together.
And I think with that, we pull out. And for a second,
And just leave the webbing on the sheets. I don't know what you want from us.
You said for a second we pull out.
Oh.
You mean the camera?
Just for a second.
Camera
Just for
pulls
a moment.
back.
This is a PG-13.
no,
The camera
Fine,
pulls
doesn't
back.
count.
And we drop it where it lay.
You brought the Thought Kids onto a stream. What did you expect?
Really
Me to
did.
come on here and not give a little bit of a
Look,
sex
I wanted
joke?
to do my
I
stinger.
make all the innuendos, and Nick always is disappointed in me. So I'm happy to share it with everyone else now.
So the camera pulls back, and we see this is all being seen at another place, at another time, with someone whose mind is not in the goddamn gutter.
It's a me. It's a Mario.
I blame Wes. Wes, your reaction was the reason why I said that.
I made a fucking face. It's
did.
fine.
And looking at it, we see two people. We see Alternisden, and we see the cloaked Master of Darkness looking on. This should be an interesting fight, Alternus goes, as the Master nods. The power of one of our greatest seekers. Demon, being of the dimension, versus a couple of spider kids and 3 guardians of light. That's a showdown I like to see. And the Master of Darkness kind of looks at Alternus, and Alternus nods and goes, kind of like for a minute as the Master leaves, Alternus, you can hear under his breath, goes, "Guardians, survive. I'll see you on that fated day." And I think that's where we'll end off this episode tonight of Kingdom Hearts, the Interstitial War, and Lair. But this is just part 1, and we will finish our finale for this world, not for the game, for this world, next week in episode 12, Weirdmageddon. Okay, everyone.
Triangle's got it coming.
That's it. That's the end of the episode. Now, it's time for us to thank everyone and my amazing cast for being here for this crazy stuffed episode of a game. Just stuffed completely full, can't go anywhere. And also that cat that is always making a beautiful guest appearance.
Yeah.
I love that cat. I'm gonna start pointing off, and you tell me where they can find you and what's other stuff you got going on. All right, starting, we're gonna go in reverse order. I'm gonna pick Penny Parker. April.
That's me! Hi, friends! I am April. You can find me everywhere as April Raygun. I'm all over the place. Follow me on social media for the best idea of where I am. Tuesdays, playing some Redwall D&D with my friend Prince over here. We have Strixhaven After the Fall with the Chthonic Kids, my first stream DM game, premiering on April 3rd. So make sure to tune in for that. I have a bunch of other stuff. Follow me at April Raygun or Gehenna Gaming for more information. And I'm super excited for next week.
Awesome. We're gonna go to Miles.
Hey everybody, I'm Prince. This is Morden, since he wants to be a star. I'm also known as Dimples and Dice around the internet. That's where you can find me. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all that jazz. I'm a TTRPG/variety streamer. Next thing you can catch me on is tomorrow over on Vancouver by Night, 6 p.m. Eastern time. I am playing a Banu Hakim vampire who is formerly an assassin and now is the Seneschal of the Camarilla in Vancouver. Job that he wanted but doesn't want anymore because, yeah, I don't get to be on the streets no more. You can also catch me over on my sister station, Rolling D's 20s at 9 p.m. Eastern time, which is right after that Vancouver show, where I'm the storyteller for Vampire the Masquerade Philly by Night, Philly-based vampire game where our players have done some dimension hopping. Actually, they've experienced the multiverse, and currently they have body snatched this versions of themselves. So they are dealing with the consequences of stealing the bodies of people that they don't know anything about, but they're this universe's versions of themselves. And that has been an interesting time. We're going to have a very special guest tomorrow's show, Werewolf Feels, or Norton Ali. If you haven't seen him on anything, you should follow him as Werewolf Feels on Twitter. And then last thing that I have to announce is my D&D 5e campaign, Werewolf Revelry, which is a While Beyond the Witchlight campaign, 11 a.m. Eastern every Sunday. You can find that game. It's also over on my YouTube. But if you want to see some Feywild shenanigans and a really creepy carnival, go check that out.
Awesome. Spider Noir, you're up next.
It's Bully. I'm in a gin mill with an egg cream and a dirty glass, or putting the screws on the wrong number with a bad attitude. Or you can find me at Table Goth on the internet. Just go to our YouTube, our stuff's there.
No.
Okay. The Spider Gwen.
Hi, I'm Rachel. You can find me at Ms. Petty Dreadful on Twitter. You can catch me playing games over on Table Goth on YouTube, as well as every Wednesday at 3:30 Central. Bully and I play games as your goth girlfriends. If you don't have a goth girlfriend in your life and you need one, come hang out for an hour or two and we'll fill that void.
Bully's my goth girlfriend. And then Spider Ham. Oh,
Me at Venvox VA. I'm a voice actor who does tabletop things, and whatever this is, catch me on Mondays on Chatterbox ABA for some urban shadows. Typically Fridays I'm doing Thirsty Sort of Lesbians, and coming in April, the Mork Borg on Gehenna Gaming starting April 1st, which I'm excited for. So I can't do a heart, but peace. I had a great time, you guys.
Last Red's the Holy Mountain. I'm excited to see that. And that clears up our special guest. Wes, this is your channel, so I'm going to go ahead and let you do it last. We're going to go to Fawn first. Are you muted?
You're muted.
Hi, I'll try again. I'm Leslie. You can find me on Twitter at Leslie Wombat. I'm the content manager for Carrion Comfort. You can find me here for Fridays. You can find me here on Tuesdays for Comfort Sickle. Yeah, you can find me here Thursdays for Yaziba's Bed and Breakfast. I'm mostly here most of the time. Yeah, that's me.
Sarah.
Hey everyone, I'm Ashley or Aid. You can find me on Twitter at Aid3E. You can find me over on Discord, lurking in the Carrion Comfort Studios Discord or the Gehenna Gaming Discord as Aid. And you can find me on Fridays here, where I'm excited to see what happens. Oh, and I'm very excited that all of these super cool shows are starting up in April because my birthday is April 3rd and they're all very fun birthday gifts for me. So
We actually planned that.
Yeah, that's why
clearly.
Strixhaven's on the 3rd. It's just for you, actually.
Yes, it's just all for me.
You're the only one who gets to watch it that day.
Good.
Only you.
And that's all I've got. I had a lot of fun playing.
And then Kylo Ren.
Hi, I played Kylo Ren. I'm Lucian. And I promise I don't always play characters that act like this. But maybe I do. And if that's something you want to see more, you can find me on Twitter at Chaotic Lucian. And you can find me, sometimes I'm here doing some stuff, but usually it's just here on Fridays.
And now I'll let Wes go.
Hey, what's up? How's it going? My name is Wes Franks. I am the creative director and founder of Carrion Comfort Studios here. Everybody has talked about everything that's kind of been going on around here, so I'm not going to take your time up or anything like that. We got places to go, people to see, and I'm not going to make another Bill Cipher reference. But yeah, you can follow me at ThirstTrapMoth on Twitter. Go ahead and tune in. Tomorrow we do not have Late Night Comfort. We're taking a week off for Late Night Comfort, but we're bringing it back next week. Stay tuned for announcements of our guests. If you want to support us, check out our sponsors. If you want to support us, check out our Patreon. We do great stuff, and it helps directly support us. You can help out by gifting subs and everything like that, but Patreon gives us more money. They don't take as much as our money that you give us, like Amazon does. On top of that, Sunday, Carrion Comfort News is back, 3 p.m. Eastern. Me and Zoe are going to be talking about the latest things that have happened in all TTRPG video game, wrestling, and movie news. And we're also going to play another game. I'm bringing back Smasher Pass in honor of Into the Spider-Verse. We got Smasher Pass Spider-Man villains, baby. That's right. We're going to see who's hot and who's not when you're dealing with Mysterio, or whether it be Chameleon or Hydro Man. So yeah, go ahead and tune into that. Smasher Pass!
I guess that leaves me. Hi everyone, I was Game Master today, Nick Francia. You can find me at Nobleman Nick. Other stuff I do, I'm actually a creative liaison here at Carrion Comfort Tunes, but first and foremost, I am the production and marketing manager over at Gehenna Gaming. We do a lot of fun there. April's also on my team. I enjoy having fun and talking and shit talking on meetings with April. I didn't say that last part. Don't worry about that. Where you can find me. So tomorrow,
it's all shit talking.
Yeah. Tomorrow, I'm very proud to announce that the first episode of our Alien Anthology, Charity of the Gods, will be premiering at 8 o'clock. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. If you want to see our crewmates something afoul in the run of the night. Other than that, you can check me out on, hopefully in a couple weeks to a month, Trinity Sins of the Past will be coming on Devil's Luck Gaming. It was an awesome game. It's been completely pre-recorded. We were there on set. We dressed in costumes. We're doing one part Trinity Continuum in the Adventure module, which is very much like The Mummy, and the other part in Assassins, which is flavored like John Wick. It was a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed it. It's probably one of the more ambitious projects, as well as some awesome other stuff coming up the pipeline soon that I just got to get around to finishing. Other than that, please come back next week where you can find me on Kingdom Hearts Interstitial War again with my same cast and crew, plus Zeke, and we'll be ending out the world in a style that we only know how. However, please don't leave just yet, because we're going to go ahead and do a really nice raid on Ghostlight RPGs. They're playing Animon right now, which is awesome if you love Digimon and Pokemon type stories. It's just that kind of thing that people really like. Go ahead and tell them that, Comfort's coming now. It's not soon. It's here, and it's now. All right, love y'all.
Remember, reality is an illusion. Buy gold.
Buy gold.
Gold in these mines.